to take a Bronco bounce and go all the way down to the 30-yard line, inside the 30 to the 29. What a roll by the New Mexico military punter there.
Wow, how is it tipped by number 7 of the Snow College Badgers and then still gets decent yardage on the punt? That's Laranji Vasson who came in and got a hand on that, but it still is way into the Badger side of the field.
Tyler Begedja, this 5'11", 170-pound freshman punter from Wellington, Florida, got a break there with the roll.
44 yards after the tip.
12:44 left here in the second quarter of play, 7-0. Broncos lead the Badgers. Your Big Daddy's Deli score check. See if the Badger offense can get on track here and not turn the ball over. There's the snap. Badgers hand it off to the running back out of the backfield. It breaks the tackle to the 35, to the 40-yard line, to the 45-yard line. Jordan Peely, or Daniel Palapoy, all the way into New Mexico military territory for first and 10 at the 46.
He's a rumbling runner. He got that ball, hit the hole, and then accelerated, then switched arms from carrying the ball in the left to the right, and then did the big face guard and push off with the left hand to get a few more yards. It went for 25 yards, nearing the longest play of the season for the Badgers, which has been 30.
Nick West wide left. In the slot is Connor McGuire. 2 wide receivers on the right. One goes in motion. That's Asaski. He gets the handoff on the pitch. He's trying to get to the corner. Here comes the Broncos. Oh, and he breaks a tackle to the 40-yard line, the 40 to the 35-yard line. What a run by Asaski. Looked like New Mexico military had that covered, Jeff, but he made a nice move.
Well, he got over there, and there was nowhere to go. So he stopped, let the defense and all the blockers continue to the east, and then he cut up the field after the pursuit passed him and got the first down.
First and 10 Snow at the 35-yard line of New Mexico military, trailing 7-0 with 11:55 remaining here in the first half. Badgers have 2 wide receivers to the right side. Out far wide is Connor McGuire. Jensen in the pistol, sends Asaski in motion. Takes the snap, hands off to his running back, Palapoy. Palapoy makes a move, breaks a tackle, gets to the 25-yard line, to the 24, first and 10 Badgers. Palapoy's a rumbling machine.
Well, that's his 6th carry of the game for Palapoy, and coming into today, he only had 9 total for the season. They've decided to make a workhorse out of him and see if he responds. He has 42 yards alone today.
The 6', 245-pound running back out of South Jordan, Utah, played at Bingham High School. And he's showing the New Mexico military Broncos what minors do in 5A football.
He only had 18 yards coming into the season. Now he's got 42 in this game alone.
He's been at fullback doing the blocking most of the time. Now he gets the handoff to the left side, has room, makes a move to the 20, to the 15, still on his feet, powering his way forward, and it's close to the 14-yard line. He still never went down, Jeff, when they blow the whistles.
Yeah, there was basically 20 guys in that pile, all standing up. There was only 2 that weren't in there trying to push forward and push backwards.
At the 15-yard line, Badgers have a first down, well, close to a first down. It's about a yard shy, so a 9-yard pickup for Daniel Palapoy. 10:50 remaining here in the second. Out to the left side is Bethley. McGuire in the slot to the right, another wide receiver wide to the right side.
So it's second and short in the red zone. Do you take a shot at the end zone or do you go for the first down?
Here's Crosby. Jensen hands it off to the left side. This is Hamilton. Hamilton gets to the corner, cuts upfield, touchdown Snow! Hamilton bursted down the New Mexico military sideline and took off, and it's 7-6. New Mexico military has the lead.
Automatically, you look at the ground and see if there's any penalties. There are none on the ground, and it's touchdown Snow College Badgers. Just as I mentioned, do you go for the first down or for the touchdown? Looked to me like the Badgers went for the first down, but he turned it into a touchdown.
Lewis Hamilton, 5'10", 206 out of Vernal, Utah, with a touchdown run of 15 yards. There's the snap, the ball's down, the kick's on the way for Spencer Groner, and we're tied at 7 with 10:29 left in the second quarter. We'll be back after this. Wait a minute, they do have a flag on the play, and it looks like Well, it looks like things are all right. We'll be back after this minute timeout.
Little Caesars is now open in Ephraim, serving hot and ready large pizzas for just $5 all day, every day. There's no need to call ahead. Just come in. Little Caesars will have a fresh handmade pizza ready when you are. Plus, get hot and ready crazy bread and crazy sauce. Little Caesars Pizza, 462 North Main Street in Ephraim, next to Verizon Wireless. Finally, you can feed 4 people for only $5 all day, every day. Little Caesars Pizza in Ephraim. Affordable pizza has never tasted so great.
Do you record your TV shows? Where do you watch them? Well, Manti Telecommunications has a total home DVR system that lets you watch your recorded shows or record them from any room in your home, in high definition or standard definition, wherever you want, whenever you want. Speaking of wherever, now you can get a MyDVR account that will allow you to schedule your shows or see when they're on, all online. Schedule wherever, watch and record wherever. Call 835-2929, that's 835-2929.
The voice of the Snow Badgers.
KMTI!
Welcome back. Here's the kickoff by Spencer Groner. End over end kick. It's going to be fielded back at the 1 yard line. Fumbled into the end zone and touchback to the 25-yard line. They already waved it a touchback, but wait a minute. Now they tackle him in the end zone. They're asking for a safety. No signal yet, Jeff.
Yeah, that white hat just did the safety signal above his head with the palms together. I don't know what he was thinking, but I think since he touched the ball and then fumbled it, it was not in the end zone, and then it did go in the end zone. He had to run it out, and so the officials are conferencing right now, making sure, but Badgers are thinking they've got 2 points.
Well, he touched it at the 1 yard line, then it went into the end zone, and then started running around. But do they rule that a touchback, or is that a live ball and a safety because he touched it outside of the end zone?
I think he started outside the end zone. That's the big key right now. We'll see if the officiating crew knows that.
And they call it a touchback. So a tough break there for the Badgers.
I wonder why. See the instant replay on that one and make sure he touched it at the 1 yard line like we believe he did.
And now the Badger defense will come out on the field. It'll be 1st and 10 New Mexico Military at their own 25-yard line. So now, Billerman at quarterback. He is in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Billerman's going to hand it off to his back, going to the left side, looking for room to run. He gets hit and tracked down from behind. A great defensive play by Eric Takanaka as he tackled the running back, Derek Walker.
Takanaka had that burst of close down speed to make the tackle right at the sideline before the running back could turn it upfield. Snow College Badgers really stinging from that opportunity to get 2 points and the ball back in the end zone. That safety that wasn't allowed was big.
So 2nd down and 9 to go for the New Mexico Military Broncos on the left hash. 3 wide receivers right, 2 on the left. Quinn Billerman out of Raleigh, North Carolina in the shotgun. Back to pass, steps up through the pressure, fires downfield looking for a receiver. Almost caught, diving, jumping up in the air to make the catch, but it's incomplete at the Badger 45-yard line. Was the wide receiver of New Mexico Military. I believe that was number 1, Josh Fairchild.
Well, you know, Mike, one of the keys that I mentioned at the beginning of the game was to put pressure on the quarterback and get some sacks. The Badgers have been averaging 11, it's not averaging, but have 11 sacks in the first 5 games of the season. And really, they had 4 in one game, so the Badgers haven't had a lot of pressure. Today, there haven't been any sacks, but there has been a lot of pressure.
So right now, the Snow College Badgers defense is out there. Billerman back to throw again. Steps up, looking, fires downfield with a receiver, and that is it dropped or did it skip? It skipped into his hand, so incomplete. 4th down for the Broncos.
So there's a flag. That 3rd down try, the Broncos are 1 of 3 on 3rd down, and if that one stands, it'd be 1 of 4. Looks like punt team still comes in, and it is a flag, an illegal shift, I believe, against New Mexico Military is what that means. It is a legal shift.
So it looks like it's 3rd down or 4th down now. They finally changed it on the marker. 4th down, punting situation. Now there to punt for the Broncos is number 38, Tyler Bugaja. Bugaja's back at his 12-yard line, takes the snap, gets it off barely. It's going to take a bounce, and New Mexico Military is going to let it roll again. It's going to roll dead about the 35-yard line, and that's all. Boy, the Badgers are almost getting in there and blocking it twice.
Yeah, and the first one was Lauren Givassin, and I think that one was him again. He's got some quickness to get in there. That punt pretty decent for having pressure in his face, went for 37 yards. Not near his average, which is 40 yards.
So set to go. Badgers first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Tied at 7 with the New Mexico Military here with 9:26 left in the second quarter. Handoff left side. Palapoy gets hit in the backfield. He is wrapped up and stopped there. Great defensive play by New Mexico Military. Getting there was number 58 for the Broncos. Samoa, 6'1", 300-pound sophomore from Pago Pago, American Samoa.
So that one was a tackle for a loss, and it'll lose, 2 yards or so. Snow College Badgers still only have the longest play of the season has been 30 yards today, 1 for 25, which was a Palapoy run.
Set to go. The Badgers now with a second down and 12, as Jeff mentioned. In the pistol with 2 wide receivers to the right. Back to throw as Jensen steps up, fires downfield, has a receiver. It's Landon Horn over the outstretched hand on that slant pattern near the Badgers sideline at the 40-yard line. He dives and it's incomplete.
I don't know about that on second and long, but I do like the Badgers stretching the field, taking a couple of shots here and there, because like I mentioned before, the Badgers really don't have any long plays on offense all season. 30, as I mentioned, is the longest, and that one was a shot down the field to try to stretch it, which might open up some of the shorter stuff later on.
So Snow College now third down and 12. Will have the football at their 34-yard line. 8:35 remaining in the second quarter. We're tied at 7 apiece. There's the snap, false snap there. It looks like it came out early, and the Broncos thought they should have a chance to recover that loose ball, but they blew it dead.
Well, it's going to be another illegal shift or motion by the Snow College Badgers, and it's blown dead. So 5 yards and possible fumble averted.
False start's going to be called against Snow College's offense, so that's actually a break for Snow.
It is a big break for Snow College, who already have 2 turnovers, 1 fumble and 1 interception. Quick stat check, the Badgers have 147 yards compared to 137 for the Broncos, 11 first downs. The Broncos have 5 first downs. The Badgers do have 52 passing yards compared to 79 by the Broncos, and then 95 yards on the ground, most by Palapoy.
Palapoy gets the handoff. He's to the 30-yard line. He gets across the 30 to about the 31. Tackled there by the New Mexico Military defense. Making the tackle was Tremaine Berry, 6'2", 85-pound sophomore out of Ocala, Florida.
So that'll take the Badgers to 3 out of 6 on third down conversion attempts, and have to punt this ball away. Perebski will be punting this one. He averages 46 yards per punt, and his long is 65.
So back to punt is Perebski. Gets the boot away, gets hit. They say it was tipped, and I guess it was. The ball bounces at the Badger 44-yard line, but takes a huge bounce here. So the punters are getting the breaks of the bounce here to the 30-yard line, and that'll be down by the Badgers there. But what a rush by the New Mexico Military punt block team.
Yeah, both sides. It's been people getting in and having deflections or almost blocked punts, but despite the tip or the deflection on the punt, getting good yardage again on that punt by Perebski. I'll get you a total here in a second.
7:47 left here in the second quarter. We've got a battle here between the Broncos and the Badgers. New Mexico Military with the football. First and 10, their own 31-yard line. We're tied at 7. Score check courtesy of Denny's.
38-yard punt by Perebski.
So at their 31-yard line, Billerman's going to pitch it out to his back to the right side. Fumble on the play. He picks it back up. He's going to try to get some positive yardage, but gets to the 25-yard line and a loss of 6 on the play.
You know, this hasn't been the prettiest game. Both squads not very sharp, and it's been one of those things where whoever can sharpen things up fastest and gain control of their composure and execute well is going to start to pull ahead in this football game.
So a second down and 15 to go for the Broncos. 7:09 left in the second. They're at their 25-yard line. And the gun is Billerman. Billerman drops back, fires it out. It's going to be caught by a receiver. He's going to get hit and stopped. A great tackle at the ankles made by Tantioli. Sunia Tantioli, 5'11", 214-pound freshman out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
The leading defender for the Snow College Badgers, averages 6.5 tackles a game. He has 4 for a loss. He has a fumble force. He has an interception that he returned for 23 yards. Doing a nice job all season long. Tantioli, number 9.
So now it's going to be a 3rd down and 17 to go for the Broncos. Wide receiver to the left side for the Broncos, Jermaine Johnson. Another wide receiver to the right. And still waiting. The Broncos, and they will run out of time. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Let's take another stat check look, Jeff.
I wonder how it can be a delay of game, because it was the officials that held them up for a second. But so it was a timeout by New Mexico Military, by the Broncos on the field.
So, timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on KMTI.
I love to learn and have fun, but after high school, I felt stuck. The things that used to keep me satisfied, like Facebook stalking my ex-boyfriend, just weren't doing it for me anymore. That's when my doctor recommended Snow College.
Snow College may not be for everyone. Ask your doctor if Snow College will work for you. Call your doctor if you experience any of the following symptoms: happiness, better paying jobs, dissatisfaction in your parents' basement, an increase in friends, busy weekends with the opposite sex, a bigger head due to increased learning, or simply a dang good time.
Thanks, Snow College.
Snow College, celebrating 125 years of excellence. Snow.edu.
The station for Snow College sports.
Welcome back. New Mexico Military, 3rd down and 17. Billerman's going to hand it off to his running back, Greg Morris. Morris is going to get hit. He's going to get stopped by the Badger defense at the 25-yard line, and we're going to have back-to-back punts here by each team. Good tackle on the play by the Badgers, I believe, Jeff. Who's got over there? 42, Brady got the tackle, it looks like.
Yeah, if you want to shoot out and you want lots of points on the board, and that's not the type of game this is right now. It's turned into a defensive battle, and if you give up the big plays on offense, or you get the big plays on offense, you might win this ball game, because both defenses stepping up.
So we have a stoppage of play now. Flags are flying again all the way back at the Badger 40-yard line. And I'm not sure what the call is here.
12 guys on the field for the Badgers. I just counted them all. Somebody needs to come off.
That they do. So that'll only give them 5 yards. It still will be a punting situation.
Looks like they're going to call a timeout and talk about that.
We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in 1 minute.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
The management and employees of Robinson Transport in Salina are proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. Robinson Transport continues their efforts to help keep the local economy strong and supply the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. For the best in topsoil, gravel, construction equipment, and concrete work, see Robinson Transport, joining in the effort to make Sevier and Sanpete a great place to live. And remember, please drive safely. From Robinson Transport in Salina.
The home of the Snow Badgers.
Here's the punt by Tyler Begedja. He's back at his 16. There's the snap on 4th and 10. Boots it away. Angles it away from Eric Takanaka. It's going to take a Bronco bounce, and it's going to stay in bounds at about the 29-yard line. So each defense holding the opposing offense to a punting situation, and we're deadlocked at 7, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams offensively have been able to move the ball. The Badgers on the season have been averaging 382 per game. New Mexico 343. Today, this afternoon, the Badgers have 150 on their way to that 382 average. New Mexico Military is at $132 on their way to their 343. But right now, it's been a defensive battle.
So the Badger offense will come back out on the field. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right, offset eye with Jordan Peely, the big fullback. Tailback is going to be the other fullback, which is Daniel Palapoy. Jensen is in the pistol. 5:30 remaining in the second, deadlocked at 7. There's a snap bobbled by Jensen. He throws it out and has to throw it away as he got knocked on his fanny. Great rush that time by the big man, 97, Yeli Manu, 6'2", 230, a freshman out of Pago Pago, American Samoa.
And again, it was the exchange in the shotgun by the snapper, and it's just been difficult to get that. It's not always been consistent, and Jensen has to be really on his guard to make sure that exchange happens, rather than just have it perfectly in his breadbasket every time.
Badgers again in the pistol. Now, there's the snap. Handoff goes up the middle. Daniel Palapoy gets his legs chopped out from under him. Tackle made by Decon Riddick out of Palmetto, Florida. Gets to the 31-yard line, a short gain.
This brings up another third down. As we mentioned, this has turned into a defensive game. The Badgers are 50% right now on third downs, 3 out of 6 on those. And that Palapoy rush went for 2 yards and brought it inside that original line of scrimmage at least.
So at the 31-yard line, it's going to be third down and about 8 to go for the Badgers. Osaski and McGuire out right. Another wide receiver left. Crosby Jensen in the pistol formation with a back behind him. Back to throw. Looking, fires, and just rushed on the pass, and it goes incomplete. Now a late flag on the play. Wow. That was a late flag.
Quarterback hurry, I guess, again. I think it was number 57 for New Mexico Military. On that one, it was Asante, 6'3", 260-pound defensive end from Canada, Toronto, Canada. They are going to call a PI, but it's on the offense.
So a 15-yard penalty against Snow on the offensive interference, and that'll march the Badgers back. Oh, the Broncos declined the penalty. Now they want the fourth down in the punting situations. That was a wise call by Joe Fortner.
For sure, they're going to get the ball back on this punt, and both squads will come in to play special teams. And Coach Fortner, as you mentioned, as he mentioned in the pregame interview, this is a big thing, this field position and big plays on the special teams.
Now back to punt. Perebski at his 15-yard line. Takes the snap. Here comes the rush. He boots a booming kick away. Oh, my goodness. All the way back to the 9-yard line. Running back to get it and catching it is the return man. He's in trouble. He's back at the 6-yard line. Nowhere to go, and he's planted by the Snow defense. Getting it in there was number 48, I believe. Is that 48? I think it is, and that's going to be, no, it's not 48.
53, 55 was in there as well as number 6.
Well, we don't have a number 48 on the Snow roster, but it was number 48 who made the tackle.
What a huge punt by Perebski. Man, he boomed that one, and it was a great spiral. It went 60 yards, nearly matching his longest at 65. He does have 8 that have been inside the 20 this season on his punting.
So now a first down and 10 for the Mexico Military Broncos at their own 6-yard line with 4:27 left. We're tied at 7. Your Zions Bank score check. A back on either side of Billerman. He hands off to the back on the right or left, and he cuts up field going to the right to the 20-yard line. So a first down run, about a 15-yard gain.
The last time the Broncos started with the ball on their own 5-yard line, it resulted in a 95-yard 5-play drive that ended up with their only touchdown, concluding with a 54-yard touchdown reception. There were 2 huge plays on that drive, that 54-yard touchdown catch, plus a huge run to set it up. So the Badgers really need to stiffen up right now and not see a repeat with 4 minutes to go until half.
First down and 10, Broncos with the football. Offset eye in the pistol formation. Handoff goes up the middle, and the running back bounces forward to the 25. A 5-yard pickup on the play for the back. Nice job on the run there. I think that was number 24. That was Leslie Young, 5'11", 210 sophomore out of Mulberry, Florida.
14 on the tackle for the Snow College Badgers. Isaiah Jefferson from Bluffdale, Utah, and Alta High School. He's a sophomore and 163 pounds and 5'8". Made the hit that brought him down.
Second down and 5 to go. Broncos. Billerman hands it off up the middle. This time it's plugged up by Snow. Getting there on the tackle for the Badgers, Pisoni Tassini. And also Jens Howe.
Nothing there in the middle. I mean, it was a straight power run on second down, and it resulted in just a couple of yards that were very hard earned. Here's a very important third down play to keep this drive alive with 3 minutes to go till half.
So 3rd down and 3 for the New Mexico Military Broncos at their own 27. There's the play action, throwing downfield, caught for the first down at the 30-yard line to the 35, ducking his head after making a catch and getting some more yards was number 86, Dwight Henville, 6'3", 215-pound freshman out of Toronto, Canada.
He gets his first catch of the season. He's not on this. So 88, I think maybe his jersey's kind of bunched up when you were looking at it. It kind of goes up above their belly sometimes. So I think that was 88 instead of 86. Zach White from the tight end position.
So 2 wide receivers right, 1 on the left. I formation actually in the pistol is the quarterback Billerman. Hands it off up the middle, and then making the tackle was Kimball Jensen of Snow out of Layton, Utah. Pickup of maybe a couple.
Also, go ahead.
Just 2:03 left here in the second, that's all I was going to say.
Well, Tatiolia was also there and made a hit to slow him down, and then, as you mentioned, then the tackler came in to finish him off.
Wide receiver to the right side is Yassi Richard out of Auburn, Georgia. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Billerman in the pistol with the back behind him. Sends a wide receiver in motion, now back to throw. He's going to fire downfield, has a wide open receiver caught at the 30-yard line, making a nice move to the 25, stays on his feet. He's down to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, Delvin Carpenter. What an acrobatic move to stay on his feet and keep it on the turf, off the turf, his knee, and he scored.
An absolute blown coverage by the Snow College Badgers. He went in motion maybe 3 steps, and then he cut up the field on his pass route, and the Badgers, the original defender, the corner, thought that the other guy would take him. The deep guy on this zone coverages looked like what it was, and nobody took him. He was wide open down, and then 2 tacklers missed, and it's touchdown, 95 yards.
Set for the extra point is the kicker. He boots it up. It is good. It's New Mexico Military 14, Snow College 7, 1:23 left before halftime. We'll be back. Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badgers Steelman Play of the Game.
This is Nate of Risk Managers in Ephraim. It's hard to believe that Risk Managers has been serving all your insurance needs for over 60 years, and we will be here in the future to take care of your auto, home, business, farm, health, and life insurance. Check first with us for very competitive, affordable rates and great customer service. For a quote and more information, contact Nate, Mark, or Rick at Risk Managers, 110 North Main in Ephraim. Call 283-4685.
The pride of the Badgers.
KMTI.
Another big play for New Mexico Military. They lead 14-7, Jeff.
And that drive went 94 yards, culminating in a 61-yard touchdown catch. It used 3 minutes and took 6 plays to happen.
There's the kickoff, angled and placed out of bounds to the right side. Flags fly on the play, and the Badgers will try to answer back here with 1:23 left before halftime.
As we mentioned before, it was a defensive battle, except for a couple of big plays here and there. Both scoring drives by New Mexico Military Broncos went 95 yards originally on the first scoring drive and 94 yards on the second scoring drive, but it was really just 3 big plays. 2 touchdown catches and a big run on the original one to set it up. So it's only been 3 plays that have stung the Badgers. Other than that, the defense has really been stellar today.
So the Badgers first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Crosby Jensen in at quarterback, sends a wide receiver in motion. Hands it off. Palapoy with it, up the middle, and a short gain, maybe 1-2 yards. And it looks like Badgers will go with a hurry-up offense here with 1:11 left.
Palapoy getting the majority of the carries, 10 for him this game, 53 yards total. Hamilton with 7 for 31.
Jensen in the pistol, 2nd down and 7 to go. Now he's in trouble. He's sacked on the play. Great defensive play that time by New Mexico Military's Tremaine Berry.
This came out of nowhere. He was right in the middle. He was being blocked, and then all of a sudden he wasn't being blocked, and Snow College Badgers give it up on the sack.
So clock is running. 35 seconds remaining. Badgers will run in the play. Looking probably just to run a play and get to halftime right now, Jeff.
Right. I mean, even if it doesn't go for a first down, it'll run the clock out.
Well, our Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show is coming up next. So join us for that. There's the snap, handoff to the running back, and breaking a tackle is the young man still on his feet is Palapoy. Gets to the 45-yard line with 5 seconds left. And that'll end the first half of play. No, wait, they call a timeout, it looks like.
Just stopping it to set the chains. Now they're winding it.
Badgers won't go to the line, though. That'll end the first half of play. New Mexico Military leading Snow College here at halftime by a score of 14-7. It's time now for our Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. Jones and DeMille Engineering, staying current with the latest technologies and equipment in order to maximize efficiency. Visit jonesanddemille.com for more information. We'll send it back to the studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have an interview with Matt Tieterman, Snow College lineman. He plays center. We'll have that when we come back here on KMTI.
I really like just hanging out with friends, laking it, boating, things like that.
What's the coolest trick you can do on the longboard?
Oh, it's lucky if I can even just ride for 50 yards without falling off.
Coach let you longboard during the season?
No, it was mostly like an off-season kind of thing.
Gotcha. What do you have to say about Gary McKenzie who's hollering in the background?
Me and Gary have a thing. I call him Theodore. He's a good guy. I really like him. He's made my stay here at Snow College a lot better.
Is he always working on you on the line? You tend to get a lot of injuries. How's he worked on you there?
He's really good. He's really, really great. I mean, he gets to us, helps us out, helps us feel better, and, you know, he's just a stud.
All right. You single or married yet?
I have a girlfriend. Her name is Cassidy. She goes to Utah State. Yeah.
So she's not going to the homecoming dance tonight, or is she?
She'll be here at the game today, but I don't know about the dance.
Do you guys even have dances in college for homecoming anymore?
Yeah, we actually do. I think there's one tonight, I believe.
Cool. Tell me about your aspirations academically. What do you want to be when you grow up? I mean, after football, of course, career, you got to have a fallback.
Mm-hmm. Over the summer, I job shadowed at a mortgage brokerage. I really liked it. Good work environment. I love the business side of life. But I'm going into marketing, so hopefully it'll take me places.
I see if you slick your hair back, you look like a businessman or something, you know?
Oh, I'm just kind of trying to grow it out for the season. It's kind of a thing I have with the O-line guys.
Gotcha. Tell me about what brings you guys together as an offensive unit, offensive line. What do you like about these guys?
First off, I really love the coaches. I feel like the coaches do a great job in getting us all together, inspiring passion with the players. I love the O-line that we have here. I mean, I feel like we're a tight-knitted group, coached by a great coach, Coach Rafe Mon. I think when it comes down to it, we all just play for each other, and that's one thing I love about it.
You've been able to see New Mexico Military on film, their defense. What do you guys have to do as an offensive line in this game to be successful?
I feel like every week it's always the same game plan. I mean, we just got to come out swinging, keep the foot on the pedal, and just keep it going. Just keep grinding for 4 quarters. I played against these guys last year, and I know they're going to come out really strong. But I have faith in my O-line, though.
All right, sounds great. I know you guys haven't lost to this team since 1975 and looking to keep it that way here today for homecoming. Does it make homecoming a little more bearable if you get a victory?
Yes, sir. It makes it more of a celebration than anything. It's more of a pride thing also. You know, you got to take that into consideration when everyone else is watching for homecoming, that everyone else also knows the history here at Snow College. So it's a pride thing.
All right, Matt, give you the open mic if you want to say anything to any family or friends out there.
I just want to give a loving shout out to my mom. She just had surgery on Thursday, and she's not going to be able to be here today, but I just want to send my love out to my family and also to my mom.
All right, Matt, thanks for the interview and good luck in the game.
Thank you.
Matt Teeterman of the Snow College Badgers will be back with more of the halftime show, brought to you by Jones & DeMille Engineering, coming up next.
Little Caesars is now open in Ephraim, serving hot and ready large pizzas for just $5 all day, every day. There's no need to call ahead. Just come in. Little Caesars will have a fresh handmade pizza ready when you are. Plus, get hot and ready crazy bread and crazy sauce. Little Caesars Pizza, 462 North Main Street in Ephraim, next to Verizon Wireless. Finally, you can feed 4 people for only $5 all day, every day. Little Caesars Pizza in Ephraim. Affordable pizza has never tasted so great.
Do you record your TV shows? Where do you watch them? Well, Manti Telecommunications has a total home DVR system that lets you watch your recorded shows or record them from any room in your home, in high definition or standard definition, wherever you want, whenever you want. Speaking of wherever, now you can get a MyDVR account that will allow you to schedule your shows or see when they're on, all online. Schedule wherever, watch and record wherever. Call 835-2929, that's 835-2929.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
The management and employees of Robinson Transport in Salina are proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. Robinson Transport continues their efforts to help keep the local economy strong and supply the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. For the best in topsoil, gravel, construction equipment, and concrete work, see Robinson Transport, joining in the effort to make Sevier and Sanpete a great place to live. And remember, please drive safely. From Robinson Transport in Salina.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badgers Steelman play of the game.
The home of Snow Badger sports.
KMTI.
And welcome back here, Snow College G from Utah. New Mexico Military leading Snow 14-7 at halftime during the Badger homecoming game, Jeff. Just kind of a game the Badgers, again, not on track and struggling and giving up big plays as they have the other 4 games this season.
You know, and it really has been just 3 big plays that they've given up, but the Badgers haven't been able to get any of those big plays or make any huge plays on defense either.
All right, let's go to the scoring summary.
Okay, so the Snow College Badgers scored once in the second quarter. New Mexico Military has scored twice, once in each quarter. It started off in the first quarter at the 3:49 mark on a 54-yard touchdown catch by Zach White from Quinn Billerman. The Hunter Heck kick was good. It was a drive that took 2 minutes. It went 95 yards in 5 plays. Then the Snow College Badgers at the beginning of the second quarter at the 10:29 mark answered with the Lewis Hamilton 15-yard run. Spencer Groner's kick was good to make it 7-7 at that point, and that drive by the Badgers took 2:21 for 71 yards on 5 plays. Then just before halftime, the New Mexico Military Broncos caught a 61-yard touchdown pass that was Carpenter from Quinn Billerman, and the Heck kick was good again, and that made the score 14-7, which is our halftime score. That drive went 94 yards in 6 plays and took 3 minutes and 4 seconds, and that's the scoring summary. Our halftime score, 14-7, Broncos over the Badgers.
All right, let's bring Doug Johnson into the mix now for our stat check here, as the Badgers have only managed to put up 7 points on the board, but they have been able to move the ball a little bit. Doug, what's the stats look like?
Well, thanks, Mike. Let's take a look at team statistics first. For Snow College, 12 first downs. They have 109 yards rushing on 23 carries, 52 yards through the air, total offense of 161 yards on 36 plays. They're grinding it out at 4.5 yards per play. New Mexico Military has 8 first downs. They've picked up 79 yards rushing on 17 carries, 147 yards through the air. They have 226 yards of total offense on 30 plays for 7.5 yards per play. Looking at turnovers, Snow College has been intercepted one time, lost the ball on a fumble once. New Mexico Military has given up the ball one time. That came on a fumble. Neither team has been hurting themselves with penalties much. Snow College 5 penalties, but only 24 yards. New Mexico Military 3 penalties for 23 yards. Snow has punted the ball 3 times for an average of 48.0. New Mexico 4 punts for an average of 42.0. 16 minutes and 41 seconds of possession for Snow College, 13-19 for the Broncos. Third down efficiency, Snow is 4 of 8, New Mexico Military 2 of 6. Let's look at some individual statistics. First, for New Mexico Military, the quarterback Quinn Billerman, 6 of 13 for 147 yards passing. He has 2 touchdowns. His favorite receivers, Carpenter has 3 receptions for 64 yards and a touchdown. Zach White has 2 receptions for 62 and a touchdown. And Andrew Johnson, 1 reception for 21 yards. On the ground, Greg Morris has 6 carries for 34 yards. Leslie Young, 4 for 25. Derek Walker, 5 for 16 yards. Looking at the Badgers offensively, Crosby Jensen is also 6 of 13, same as Billerman. He has completed those 6 passes, though, for only 52 yards. He's been intercepted 1 time. Horn has been his favorite receiver, 2 receptions for 14 yards. Lasowski 1 for 17, West 1 for 8, Bethley 1 for 7, and Tyler Barron 1 for 6. On the ground, Daniel Palapoy having a good game today, 12 carries for 72 yards. Hamilton has 7 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown. Lasowski carried once for 11 yards, and Dawson has 1 carry for 7 yards. To kind of build on something that you and Jeff have talked about in the first half, Mike, taking a look at the drives for each team, Snow College is just grinding the ball out. They've had 6 possessions in the first half. The first possession, they had 9 plays, but they only moved the ball 33 yards, ended up giving up the ball on a punt. Then they took over on a fumble by the Broncos, and on first down threw an interception. So they only had a 1-play drive, didn't gain anything. Then on their third possession, the Badgers had the ball for 12 plays, but they moved the ball only 48 yards and ended up giving up the ball on a fumble. Their one score of the game came in the second quarter. They had a drive where they put together a couple longer plays. Palapoy had a 25-yard run. Hamilton finally scored on a 15-yard run, but they moved the ball 71 yards on 5 plays. The last 2 possessions they had were 3 and outs. So the Badgers just have not been able to get those longer plays to get a shorter drive. They've been holding on the ball 9 plays for a drive, 12 plays for a drive, and still not moving the ball half the distance or half the length of the field. Somehow they've got to figure out the formula to get some bigger plays on the day, Mike.
All right. Well, Doug, thanks a lot for those stats. We're going to send it back to the studios for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the keys to the second half to see if the Badgers can come up with a come-from-behind victory during homecoming. We'll send it back to the studios during this Jones and DeMille halftime show. Jones and DeMille Engineering, established in 1982, where they're a full-service firm committed to serving their clients with their individual needs. Their commitment begins at project conception and continues through construction. Go to jonesandemille.com for more information. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
This is Mark of Risk Managers in Ephraim. It's hard to believe that Risk Managers has been serving all of your insurance needs for over 60 years, and we will be here in the future to take care of your auto, home, business, farm, health, and life insurance. Check first with us for very competitive, affordable rates and great customer service. For a quote and more information, contact Mark, Nate, or Rick at Risk Managers, 110 North Main in Ephraim. Call 283-4685.
Come and get it, who's your daddy?
Hey, darling, I got a rumbling bear in my belly. I'm really hungry.
In this
And it looks like Takanaka will be all the way back at his 5-yard line to receive it.
He averages 26 yards per kick return, and I believe his long has been 33.
Starting off, the Badgers had Jordan Peely walk into the other end of the field. The rest of the team was walking back this side, and somebody got his attention, and he realized, I'm going to the wrong side of the field. He's supposed to be back there with Takanaka.
Yeah, he does. He goes around the 19, 20-yard line and sets up for the short squib kick.
Punting it away is Hunter Heck, or kicking it away, not punting. He is set to go from his 35-yard line. Broncos defending the goal to the south. He approaches the ball, and there's the kick. It's a high end over end kick. Takanaka comes up to the 6-yard line, fields it. He's to the 10, to the 15, to the 20-yard line, cuts to the left. He's to the 30-yard line, gets tripped up finally at about the 33, and a nice tackle by Daquan Reddick.
A sweet move, or a sweet run back by Takanaka. He gets that ball. There's a big hole made by his wedge in the middle, and he hits it. Just unfortunate because there was only one guy to hit him, and he brings him down. Otherwise, it would have been around midfield before anybody else would be able to tackle him. But Takanaka with a nice return from West High School, and 204 pounds and 5'9".
First down and 10 to go for the Badgers at their own 33-yard line. Handoff on the first play of the second half goes to Peely. Peely is going to get hit and stopped there. Daniel Peely gets to the 35-yard line, though, a pickup of a couple.
So some grinded out running again to start off on first down, but if you can get 3.5 to 4 yards every run play, it's going to result in first downs. Badgers just need to stretch that field a little bit.
Second down and 7 for Snow. In the pistol, Jensen. Crosby drops back, throws. Going to be caught by Landon Horn close to the first down here on the near sideline. Tackle made by Coulter West out of Fort Sumner, New Mexico, but that's a first down catch by Landon Horn, the tight end.
You know, that was an easy first down for the officials to move those chains on, and Snow College Badgers will hurry up.
Hurry up offense, 1st and 10. Badgers sacked on the play as Crosby Jensen. Wrapping them up was Terry Ayeni. 6'4", 260 sophomore from Toronto, Canada.
Badgers need to win that battle of the one, protect that quarterback at all costs. Nothing can kill a drive faster than quarterback sacks just as you're starting to move the chains, and that's what happened right there.
Back at the 37-yard line, it's going to be 2nd down and 17 to go for the Badgers. 13:38 left here in the third, 14-7. Badgers trail by 7. 2 wide receivers left, one on the right, offset eye, and the pistol is Crosby Jensen. Jensen rolls to his right, hands it off to Palapoy. Palapoy is going to pick up maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it. Driven out of bounds by New Mexico Military's Bryant Richardson out of Florida.
Well, that previous play to this one was the 3rd sack that Jensen has been on the ground back in the backfield against the Snow College Badgers.
At the 38, a gain of 1 for Daniel Palapoy. Palapoy is 6 foot 245 out of South Jordan, Utah. Jordan Osowski, Nick West to the left. Chase Lofton to the right as wide receivers. Pistol formation is Jensen again. A long way to go for a first down. Drops back, here comes the rush, dumps it off on a wide receiver screen, and he is wrapped up quickly. New Mexico Military knew that play was coming, and they had it covered.
So, yeah, the coaching staff across the way from us in the booth was yelling that play and had it sniffed out the whole time, screen, and the defenders on the field did so as well and had the nice stop on the opening drive of the second half for the Badgers.
Back at his 20-yard line to receive is the return man for the Broncos. Maybe Leslie Young. Nick Porepsky at his 20-yard line to boot it away. There's the snap, low snap, booted away by Nick. Nice high kick, a lot of hang time. Going to be fielded at the 19, and it's a fair catch called for, and it'll be back at the 19. So 1st and 10, New Mexico Military.
So kind of a replay of what we saw a lot in the first half. Good defense, offense punting the ball after 3 plays. That one was a 45-yard punt by Porepsky.
So back at the 19, 1st and 10, New Mexico Military already up 14-7. Score check is a presentation of Zions Bank. They haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. Billerman at quarterback. He is set to go. Hands it off. Running back up the middle and squirts through a hole. Gets to about the 24-yard line.
Spread the field with 3 wideouts, 2 on the left, 1 on the right, and then run it up the middle. And it goes for a good gain on first down. As Doug mentioned at halftime, the Broncos have 8 first downs and the Badgers have 13. So the Badgers have been moving the ball but haven't been able to score the points, just like Coach Mon has mentioned a couple of times to us.
So now the Broncos, 2nd down and 6. There's the snap, back to throw, firing out. It's going to be caught by the wide receiver, 25-30, down the sideline to the 35-yard line, and finally upended and brought down by the Badger defensive back, Laranji Vasson. Not sure what Laranji's saying to the wide receiver, just trying to get into his head, I guess, but he's up and yapping his jaws there. But that's a first down catch and run. I'm not sure what you're getting all excited about.
Yeah, big guy, 6'3", 235-pound tight end from Canyon, Texas. Made that catch and the first down. And Vasson, gave him a good hit, but gave up a first down.
At the 39-yard line, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Broncos. There's the handoff up the middle. This time the Badgers have it stuffed. And nice job, 3 or 4 Badgers in there on the tackle. That could be for a loss of 1 on the play. First one in there was Zach Hinosa. Also in there for the Snow Badgers was Luke Hollingsworth.
Defensive tackles for the Snow College Badgers both in on that play, plugging up the middle, which is really important to do if the Badgers want to stop this run game of the Broncos. The Broncos have 84 yards on the ground and 162 through the air, 246 total.
Yossi Richards to the right, Jermaine Johnson to the left as wide receivers, another wide out to the right, so 3 in all. There's the snap, fumbled by the quarterback. He goes down and covers it up at the 35-yard line, so a loss of 4 on the play. Quinn Billerman just didn't get his handle on that football, Jeff.
It's just not a good exchange, and decided rather than try to throw it away, he would just take the extra 3-yard loss and go down to the knee. So that brings up 3rd and long. It's 2 out of 6 on 3rd down efficiency for the Broncos.
3rd and 14 for the Broncos at the 35-yard line. 14-7 our score, 9:40 left here in the 3rd period of play. Badger crowd trying to get into it for homecoming. Make a stop. Billerman throws out. It's going to be caught. 35-40, 45-50. First down. Mexico Military. Nice job there on the run after the catch by Delvin Carpenter. 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore out of Houston, Texas. There is a flag on the play at the first down marker, though.
There was a big hit at the end that caused a fumble, and the receiver's still on the ground, so it looks like we're going to have an injury.
It's going to be a penalty against the offense.
Going to replay 3rd down, and it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Receiver is up, jogging up off the field under his own power. That's going to come back.
So a big play for the Broncos. The penalty will bring it back.
It was a wide receiver screen out there. There was overloaded wide receivers, and throw to the guy that's coming back for the screen. The others blocking downfield, and it was a nice play. Badgers had a little bit of confusion on who was supposed to take who in the secondary, and then it got loose. Luckily, it was negated by that penalty.
At the 39-yard line, it's going to be Broncos 3rd down and 10. Quinn Billerman, the Bronco quarterback from Raleigh, North Carolina, is set in the gun, takes the snap, pulls it out on the play action, throws downfield, has a receiver caught. First down at the 30-yard line of Snow, down to the 20-yard line. Finally tackled by Stratton Brown. That ball is down as it squirted out. Kimball Jensen tried to scoop it up, but it was down at the 20-yard line for the Broncos.
What a pass. I mean, it was right on the money, right in stride, right into the palms of the wide receiver. And it was another big play given up by the Snow College Badgers on a crucial down. That one was 41 yards.
Another big play by the Broncos. Big play after big play against this Snow defense. Under 9 minutes left to play here in the third. 14-7, Broncos with the lead. Your Centricom Channel 10 score check. And a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Zions Bank wishes the locations in Manti, Ephraim, Salina, and Richfield share your common values: commitment to family, hard work, and an appreciation for our pioneering heritage. They offer friendly personal banking services, a variety of products to meet your everyday needs, and local decision making. Discover why at Zions Bank we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tuesday night was leftovers night at my house as a kid. I remember those meals around our kitchen table all too vividly.
Dinner served. Yummy, yum, yum.
I'm going over to Billy's for dinner.
Sit. If I'm going down, you're going down with me.
That's my dad. He was a tough nail, but he loved us. In fact, once a week, we'd pile into the car and go to Denny's.
Yay, Denny's!
Up, car's got a flat. Honey, time me.
Oh, brother.
Denny's, America's kitchen table.
For breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. Open 24 hours a day. Denny's, just off the I-70 interchange in Salina.
The home of the Snow Badgers.
There's the handoff on first down up the middle, and it's going to be pretty much stacked up by Snow on the running play. Looks like a pickup of maybe one, possibly two for the running back for the Broncos there. That was number 21, Derek Walker.
Suni Tatioli on the stop, as well as Isaiah Jefferson to get in there. Tatioli, the leading defender for the Snow College Badgers, at the top of the stat ranks for defense.
Second down and 9. Wide receiver to the right for the Broncos is Yasi Richard. Two to the left. The one out wide is Jermaine Johnson. In the shotgun on second and 9 from the Badger 19 is Billerman. Quinn fires to the 2-yard line. Caught a diving catch. And at the 2-yard line it is made. And I think that was number 83, Andrew Johnson. Either Johnson or Martinez, but I think it was Johnson.
Wide open in the middle of the field, and the Broncos are going to do hurry-up offense right now.
There's the snap, quarterback keeper. He squirts through. Is he in? No, he's down at the 1-yard line, is Quinn Billerman, so the Badgers stuffed that one. In there was Pisoni Tassini. He was doing a good job in there. Pisoni out of Hawaii, 6'3", 272. Oh, there's a penalty on the offense now.
Yeah, the number 5 didn't get in the back. He was in the backfield and was supposed to be on the line of scrimmage, so too many people in the backfield. So that's good. Give some breathing room to the Snow College Badgers, but it does repeat first down.
All right, everyone, show your Badgers some love.
So from the 7-yard line, it's going to be first and goal for the Broncos. Again, to the right side goes Richard. Left side goes Johnson. In the slot on the left side is Fairchild. 3 wide receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Billerman in the shotgun all alone. He's going to fire one to the end zone, and I don't know where that one was going. Receiver must have missed a communication on the pattern there, but it's incomplete. No one was there.
It was straight up man-to-man, cover 1, defense by the secondary, 5 secondary defenders on 5 wide receivers, and that was just a miscue pass by the quarterback, Billerman, and possibly, as you mentioned, a miscommunication as the receiver didn't cut the way the Billerman expected him to do his route.
From the 7-yard line, second and goal for New Mexico Military, already up 14-7 with 7:26 left in the third quarter of play. Billerman in the gun with a back on his left. Takes the snap, rolls to his left, fires, going to be tipped and incomplete. That was intended for Andrew Johnson, the 6'2", 220-pound sophomore from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, but that one was just off his hand a little too high.
22 in the face of Billerman as he threw that. That's Trey James, and we've seen Trey James get in and pressure the quarterback quite a bit this season. Trey is from Baltimore City College High School in Baltimore, Maryland, 6'1" and 251. So this is going to bring up a big third down play for this Snow College Badger defense, who really stiffened up when the ball was on the 1-yard line.
Third and goal for New Mexico Military and the Badgers 7. Crowd getting into it. Billerman drops back, fires out, screen pass to the left side. The running back gets hit at the 5-yard line. 4th and goal from the 4. A stop there by Snow College. Pisoni Tassini in there again. Also Laranji Vasson and Kimball Jensen.
So it looks like there might be another penalty on the field. The White Hat coming over, maybe not. It's going to be a field goal try by the Broncos.
Looking to make it 17-7 with 6:56 left here in the third quarter of play. On to attempt the field goal is Hunter Heck, 5'10", 190 out of Kathleen, Georgia. He is set to go from the left hash, a 21-yard field goal attempt. There's the snap, ball is down, the kick's up, and the kick is good. It's New Mexico Military 17, Snow College 7. We will return in 1 minute of play for more action.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones & DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and now in Sanpete County, with an office at 50 South Main, Suite 28 in Manti. They're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesandemille.com or on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones & DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Little Caesars is now open in Ephraim, serving hot and ready large pizzas for just $5 all day, every day. There's no need to call ahead. Just come in. Little Caesars will have a fresh handmade pizza ready when you are. Plus, get hot and ready crazy bread and crazy sauce. Little Caesars Pizza, 462 North Main Street in Ephraim, next to Verizon Wireless. Finally, you can feed 4 people for only $5 all day, every day. Little Caesars Pizza in Ephraim. Affordable pizza has never tasted so great.
You're listening to the Snow College Sports Station.
KMTI! Welcome back. Here's the kickoff by New Mexico Military after their 21-yard field goal from Hunter Heck. It's going to be fielded at the goal line, being brought back by Nick West. West goes to the left side. No, check that. That's not West. He gets to the 29 and then tackled there. It happens to be Cedric Everson, 6'1", 177, out of Detroit, Michigan.
He caught that right straddling the goal line at the 0-yard line and brought it out to the 25. There is a penalty, the 30, excuse me. There's a penalty on the 30 or the 25-yard line. White Hat says holding against the offense or the return team. That's the Badgers, and so it'll be back 10 yards from that spot, and the ball will be placed at the 15-yard line. So a 30-yard return turns into 15 after the penalty.
So the Badger offense will come back out on the field from their 15-yard line, down by 10, Jeff.
2-possession game, or 2 scores away, so the Badgers' deficit grows.
So Jensen in the pistol again, 4 wide receivers. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Palapoy. Palapoy's going to get met and stopped there. Nice defensive play by the Broncos. Coming up making the stop that time was Emmanuel Jones, 6'3", 215, the outside linebacker.
Well, you know, the Badgers seem to be missing a speed back. The Badgers have some bruising running backs, but really the big playmaking ability of a Badger quick and speed running back isn't there this season yet.
6 minutes left in the third, 17-7, Badgers trail. In the gun is Crosby Jensen. Back to throw. Firing out. It's going to be caught and, bobbled and dropped. And a good play there by the defensive back to make sure it wasn't caught. Nick West, I think, had the opportunity to snatch that one in.
Of course, missing from today's game, not dressed, is Hassan Richardson, the third leading catch maker or receiver for Jensen. He's in Levi's on the sideline with an injury.
So 3rd down and 11 for Snow back at their 14-yard line. Crosby Jensen in the pistol. 3 wide receivers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. He's on the right hash. Drops back, looking, firing deep. He's looking for a receiver. Chase Lofton over his head, incomplete. Chase was looking over the sideline shoulder, which was quite odd. When the way you're going, you should be looking over your inside shoulder.
That's a great comment. I think he may have gotten bumped and turned around by the defender. It was step for step, lots of contact. A brutal pass route right there with the defender all over him, but it was not enough for a pass interference, just enough to throw him off of his game, off of his route.
So that'll bring up a punting situation, and Nick Perepsky will punt from his own goal line. Return man at his 37-yard line to bring this one back. There's the snap, almost blocked, but Nick gets it away. It's going to be fielded at the 44-yard line on a fair catch call for Leslie Young, 5'11", 210 out of Mulberry, Florida. And wait a minute, another flag on the play back at the 3-yard line on this one.
And Perevsky, he was planted on that left foot with his right foot up in the air, and he took the hard hit on that planted leg, which is the scary leg, because if you run into that knee and foot is planted right on the ground, that's scary about tearing out your knee. So we'll see if it was the 5-yard or the 15.
Waiting for the official now to make the call here. We'll see what he says. Taking his time. Still talking to Britt Maughan, the head coach of Snow, and I guess trying to figure out how they're going to assess this.
Running into the kicker. 5 yards will be added. Will be enforced at the end of the kick.
So running the kicker is way different from roughing the kicker. It's only 5 yards and doesn't result in a first down, doesn't result in the Badgers keeping the ball. So just an extra 5 yards on the end of the punt.
So the Broncos will have the football. Good field position even with the penalty at their own 39. 5:39 left in the third quarter. Badgers trailing 17-7 at the hands of the New Mexico Military Broncos. Again, the Broncos have not beaten Snow since 1975. That's the last time the Badgers have had a 5-game losing streak. Hard to believe this team was ranked number 2 in the nation to start the year.
It is hard.
And the gun. There's the snap. Billerman hands it off to his running back. Now he goes to be a lead blocker and lays a lick, but the Snow Badger defense is all over it, making the stop. Laranji Vasson.
Sweet stop by Vasson. Avoids the Billerman block and then makes the play out wide. Snow College Badger defense right there to stop at the original line of scrimmage, maybe about a half a yard gain.
2nd down and 10, we'll call it, for the Broncos. Johnson out left. On the right side goes Richard. In the slot on the left side is going to be Rashawn Wainwright. Now a little movement there. This play is going to get blown dead. Looks like some movement on that right guard position for New Mexico Military.
Yeah, the guy that was in motion for the Broncos just kind of knew that was about to happen and kind of just started walking through his motion until it was blown dead, because it was completely obvious. A mushy start to an offensive play oftentimes ends up being an illegal motion.
Let's take a look at a stat check with Jeff.
Oh, they're going to go offsides against the Badgers on that one. Stat check, 163 yards for the Snow College Badgers on 44 plays, 58 in the air, 105 on the ground. 321 for New Mexico Military on 42 plays, 239 through the air, 82 on the ground. 11 first downs for the Broncos, 13 first downs for the Badgers.
That stat check a courtesy of Central Valley Medical Center and Little Caesars. Broncos 2nd down and 4 to go. Billerman's going to pull it out. No, he's going to hand it off to the left side. The Badger defense is there, and they make the stop for a loss of 1. 3 or 4 Badgers there. One of the Badgers in there was Arthur Brindenstein, the linebacker from Orem, Utah.
And the ball did pop out at the end of that, but it popped out just as the whistle was blown, and so it won't be a fumble, and it will be a tackle for a loss, or maybe just a short gain.
3rd down and 5 for the New Mexico Military Broncos at their 44-yard line. 4:23 left in the third. Badgers down 17-7. Got to find some offense somewhere. Quinn Billerman, the quarterback, is going to have to call a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in 1 minute here on KMTI.
Or may I help you?
Oh, great, Master. I have journeyed the globe seeking direction in my life. What can I do to have a happy and successful future after high school?
The answer is simple. Attend Snow College. They are more affordable than any university in the state of Utah, meaning you will not have to live in your parents' basement. Chicks dig a guy who doesn't live with his parents.
Thank you, great Master. I will apply online today.
Snow College, celebrating 125 years of excellence. Snow.edu.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
This is Snow College sports action on
KMTI.
3rd down and 5. Billerman back to throw, fires to the right side. Knocked down, defensively knocked down, but there is a flag on the play. Lee Crosby's going to get the pass interference, I believe. He's a 5'12", 5'11", 188-pound sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. Tried to time it perfectly and knock that ball down from behind, but I think he got a piece of the receiver as well.
Yeah, the ball wasn't quite there, and he hit the receiver in the back, and then he reached out and touched the ball out in front of the receiver. So kind of a close one, but Crosby gets tallied for that one and keeps the drive alive for the Broncos.
1st down and 10 at the 49-yard line of New Mexico Military. Broncos with the football. There's the handoff to the running back. He is nailed behind the line of scrimmage by Sania Tantioli. Sania, 5'11", 214 out of Salt Lake City, played his high school ball at East High School and knocks it down on the line of scrimmage.
Tatioli averages 6.4 tackles per ball game. He has a total of 32 for the season coming into this game, 4 of those for a loss, and 1 forced fumble and an interception as well.
2nd down and 10 for the Broncos at their 49-yard line, leading 17-7. Billerman hands it off again and trying to go to the right side, and the Badger defense, after 2 yards on the carry, make the stop. In there, Luke Hollingsworth. Big Luke. He is listed at 6'2", 248 out of Hooper, Utah.
Helping Luke was Zach Enosa as well, getting off the bottom of the pile at 326 pounds with the nice stop.
2 wide receivers right, 2 on the left, 1 back to the right of Billerman. Quinn is set to go on this 3rd down and 7. This one's blown dead again. Man, there have been a lot of flags in this game as well for illegal motion. And I think looks like they're pointing Snow's way, and we'll have to wait and see what the call is here. Looks like somebody called a timeout, possibly. Looks like we'll call a timeout as well. We'll be back in 1 minute here on KMTI.
The management and employees of Robinson Transport in Salina are proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. Robinson Transport continues their efforts to help keep the local economy strong and supply the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. For the best in topsoil, gravel, construction equipment, and concrete work, see Robinson Transport, joining in the effort to make Sevier and Sanpete a great place to live. And remember, please drive safely. From Robinson Transport in Salina. Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badgers Steelman play of the game.
Billerman back to pass, throws out. It's going to be caught by his receiver, but well short of the 1st down. No, it's incomplete as he didn't hang on. That was the back out of the backfield, Derek Walker. But credit the pressure from the Snow line that caused that incomplete pass.
Trey James again, number 22, getting in there, forcing Billerman to step up inside the pocket, and then the pocket kind of collapsed a little bit around him, and Billerman had to dump it to his release valve. The running back extending out of that pocket, and he drops it as it hits the ground. Tries to sell it, but it was an incomplete pass.
Tyler Begeja is back in to punt it away from his 37-yard line. Low snap through his legs. It's loose on the turf. Coming in Snow College. It's loose as he's hit. Laranji Vasson makes the hit. The Badgers recover at the 30-yard line. Recovered on the play by Landon Horn, the tight end.
Those are the types of plays that we've talked about for the last couple of games that seem to be missing for the Snow College Badgers. We just saw one there. Game-changing possible play right here. Could be that Steelman play of the game. Vasson gets in there. It was a low snap, but Vasson gets in there and is able to tackle the punter, and he fumbles the ball. Badgers have some new life. That's the type of thing that those big plays give, is energy, life, and enthusiasm to a stale and stagnant sideline.
So 1st and 10 Snow at the New Mexico Military 31-yard line. We'll see what happens here as Crosby Jensen has a golden opportunity with his Snow offense. 2:53 left in the 3rd. Snow down 17-7. Score check a courtesy of Skyline Pharmacy. Jensen back to throw, steps up, fires to the end zone looking for a receiver, incomplete.
Well, that was overthrown right from the get-go, you could tell, and then there was good coverage by number 13 of the Broncos, who had both of his hands on number 10 of the Snow College Badgers. Chris Bethley was the intended receiver. 13 with the coverage was Rashawn Wainwright.
So 2nd and 10 for Snow at the 31-yard line. McGuire left, out wide to the right is Chase Lofton. In motion goes Osaski. Sets up his wing back to the left. There's the handoff. Going left side and stopped there after a couple yards on the gain is the running back on the play for Snow. I think that may have been Hamilton again. Lewis Hamilton, 5'10", 206 out of Vernal, Utah.
Defensive stop right there by number 55 of the Broncos, Edmund Boateng. As you mentioned, he was blocked well, and then when he saw the runner cut to his side, he reverse pivoted, spun off of the blocker, and made the stop.
3rd down and 7 to go for Snow at the 28-yard line of New Mexico Military. Peely in there is the fullback to the right, tailback behind Crosby Jensen in the pistol. Badger quarterback drops back, the lefty looking. He's in trouble. He's going to fire to the end zone, and he's going to overthrow his receiver. Incomplete, intended for Nick West. Now a 4th down. Badgers just are not potent in the least in the red zone or near the red zone.
Yeah, the Badgers have been able to move the chains. I mean, more first downs than New Mexico Military with 13 and New Mexico Military with 12. But the Badgers not getting it done when it counts are 4 of 11 on 3rd down, and then several of those have been near or in the red zone.
Spencer Groner will attempt a 46-yard field goal right dead center. There's the snap. The kick is on the way. It's going to be no good. Off to the left. So the Badgers still down by 10, 17-7. New Mexico Military will come back out with the football. We'll be back after this 30-second break.
This is Nate of Risk Managers in Ephraim. $6.85.
The home of Snow Badger sports.
First and 10 Broncos from the 25-yard line, or 28-yard line, excuse me, and it's going to be a short play to the right side. Badgers stack that one up. Not much there for the running back on the play. Leslie Young, 5'11", 210 out of Mulberry, Florida.
That field goal attempt was just wide to the left. Barely had enough distance, but didn't quite have it centered.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 28-yard line for New Mexico Military. A minute 23 left here in this 3rd quarter of play. Back to throw. Billerman steps up, has protection, throws, is going to be incomplete. Going for the pass reception was Delvin Carpenter, but he couldn't get his hand on the ball.
Well, that was a forced pass. He just had to get rid of it or he was going to be tackled. Billerman wisely just throws it. It didn't throw it actually away to the sideline, but threw it away at the back of the defender. And there was really never a possibility for a reception to be made.
1:13 left in the 3rd quarter of play. Badgers with only 166 yards of total offense. And we've almost played 3/4 of a football game. That's odd. Back to throw. Billerman throws out a wide receiver screen. He is hit, and he is stopped by the Badger defense. Pisoni Tassini finished up the work that was started by Sunia Tatioli.
Nice stop there by the Snow College Badgers. The time of possession, as you mentioned, the Badgers only have 166 yards of total offense, yet the time of possession is about the same, but those 4 big plays that the Badgers have given up have resulted in 301 yards in the same amount of time that the Snow College offense has had the ball. The Broncos been able to move the ball almost twice as much as the Badgers.
Back to punt it away. There's the snap. And, he kneeled down when he picked up the football. The punter did. So the Badgers will get the ball at the 13-yard line. My goodness. Punter is not very happy with himself there, but Tyler Begedja gives the Badgers a gift at the 13-yard line. We'll see if the Badgers can punch this gift in.
Well, that was 2 long snaps in a row that have been unfortunate. The first one ended in a fumble that went skidding along the ground past the punter. That one was low enough that the punter wanted to make sure that he got that ball and it wasn't loose. He was so sure that he went down on one knee, and now the Badgers have new life.
So the Badgers have it 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line of New Mexico Military on the right hash. Peely is the fullback to the right. The tailback is in there. Louis Hamilton. In motion goes the wide receiver. There's the handoff, goes to, looks like Hamilton. Hamilton gets to the 10-yard line as he bounces off tacklers. Finally brought down on the play by Lakel Bass, I believe.
Hamilton covering up that ball with both hands, not going to give that up for anything here in the red zone. A bruising run, runs into his own player, runs into 2 defenders, and finally falls forward for 2.5, 3 yards.
8 seconds left here in the third quarter. Badgers down 17-7. Bethley to the left, out with Nick West. Tyler Bear on the tight end to the right side, and that's going to end the third quarter of play as time expires. 17-7 our score. Badgers down. We'll be back for fourth quarter action next.
Come and get it. Who's your daddy?
Hey, darling, I got a rumbling bear in my belly. I'm really hungry.
Big Daddy's Deli has your cure. How about a barbecued smoked tri-tip sandwich?
Yum, tell me more.
Maybe you would like the barbecued smoked turkey with smoked bacon sandwich.
Darling, you had me at the smoked tri-tip, but the smoked turkey with smoked bacon sounds right on, too.
No worries, big fella. You can make your mind up on the way to Big Daddy's Deli, just across from Zions Bank in Richfield.
How many internet-connected devices are in your home? Computers, smartphones, tablets, iPods, even your game consoles like Xbox and more share the internet and make it seem slow. Centricom high-speed internet with speeds up to 50 megs will help your devices work faster. Call Centricom now to get the speed you need for all your devices at 1-800-427-8449 or visit Centricom.com for more information.
Your connection for Snow College sports.
Snow College Badgers, 2nd down and 7 to go from the 10-yard line of New Mexico Military. Crosby Jensen in the pistol, takes the snap, hands off to his running back Louis Hamilton. Hamilton to the 5-yard line, wrapped up and stopped there as he got a nice burst of speed. The stop was made by number 30, Emmanuel Jones, 6'3", 215 out of Roosevelt, New York.
Well, Hamilton really hit the hole fast on that one, made one cut, and then got near the first down. It is 3rd down, and it's going to be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down. Badgers really need to score. This is huge on 3rd down in the red zone.
Osaski, check that. That's McGuire to the right with Lofton in the slot. Offset eye, Tyler Barron to the left. 3rd down and about 2 to go from the 5-yard line of New Mexico Military. There's the snap, handoff to the back, going to the left side. He is going to be stopped by New Mexico Military at the 5-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 1 for Snow at the 5-yard line of the Broncos.
This is where the head coach, Brittmont, gets paid the big bucks. What's he going to do? Is he going to go for it, or is he going to kick the field goal? Looks like the field goal unit comes in. Settle for the 3 points from Groner.
Groner just missed a 46-yarder dead center of the field. This one is near the left hash, and Groner will attempt a 22-yard field goal here. There's the snap, ball is down. Groner kicks it up, and he boots it. No good to the left. And the Badgers still trail 17-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Central Valley Home Health in Nephi was recently named to the top 100 of the 2012 Home Care Elite, a compilation of the top performing home health agencies in the United States. Winners are ranked by an analysis of publicly available performance measures and quality outcomes, process measure implementation, patient experience, HCAHPS scores, quality improvement, and financial performance. When you choose Central Valley Home Health in Nephi, you choose one of the top 100 home care agencies in the country.
Your connection for Snow College sports.
Back-to-back missed field goals by Spencer Groner. This one from 22 yards off to the left again. And the Badgers trail 17-7. Broncos at their own 20-yard line. Quick pitch to the left side. Trying to get to the corner is Derek Walker. Walker cannot. He is tracked down for about a 5-yard loss.
Sweet close down speed by Tatioli to get out there and be the first man there and the first man to bring him down from behind. He stays in bounds so the clock continues to run, but the Badgers have had 2 gifts and haven't been able to open either one of them on Christmas morning. The ball on the 31-yard line, miss a field goal, and then the ball all the way down to the 5 or 6 yard line, and then have to settle for a field goal and then miss it also. 2 tries, no points.
One was only a 13-yard field from when they started off at the 13-yard line. There's the handoff going to the right side for New Mexico Military. He's to the 20, gets to the corner, 25 flag on the play as he goes out at the 29-yard line. Running play was generated by Andrew Johnson, the wide receiver, 6'2", 220 out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, but this one's going to come back, I believe.
Yeah, they were holding Kimball Jensen. Kimball Jensen trying to get over there to make the play, and completely obvious hold, going to march him back 10 yards from that spot, and Jensen sold it well, but it was an easy call. Replay that second down 10 yards further back.
So the Broncos have come up with big plays. They have almost 300 yards of offense. The Badgers at 174 right now. And the Broncos, of course, lead this football game by 10. 13-10 left in the football game, too.
And the couple of times we've seen the Broncos have been deep in their own territory and then have had huge plays and resulted in 14 points.
In the gun, there's the handoff up the middle, and the Badgers are there to stop this one. Pisoni Tassini in there. Also helping out for the Snow Badgers. One of the safeties, I think that was Dalton Brady, too.
Tassini is the second leading defender for the Snow College Badgers. He's a sophomore on the defensive line, and he averages 4 tackles a game. He has 1.5 sacks this season for 18 yards of a loss and 6 tackles for a loss for 26 negative yards against the Badger opponents.
3rd down and 20 to go for the Broncos at their own 12-yard line. And now in the gun, there's the snap. Back to pass, in trouble. Sacked on the play is the quarterback, Quinn Billerman. Collapsing on him was Trey James and Pisoni Tassini.
Awesome, because the Snow College Badgers didn't have any sacks up to that point. Trey James had been in there, hurried several times, but the Badgers finally got to him and sacked the quarterback. The Badgers have 3 of their own. The Broncos have sacked the Badgers, but now finally the Badgers get one back.
Tyler Begedja is back on the Badger D in the end zone to punt it away. 8 yards deep. There's the snap. Kick away. Nick West is going back to return it. He's going to field it back at the 41-yard line, trying to make some move. Makes a nice cut. Dodges 2 tacklers, but then gets caught by the 4th man there at the Badger 40-yard line. That 4th man there, I believe, was number 82, Dominic Martinez.
A pretty good effort there by Nick West. He avoids a couple of tacklers, but you can't avoid 5 white jerseys with no blockers in front of you. There was a blocker, but they'd all gotten past him. Britt Mon wasn't very happy with the plays before that, as the huddle was broken with 12 guys. 1 guy runs off the field for the Broncos, but yet the officials don't blow or don't throw their penalty for the illegal substitution, and Mon let him know about it, but the white hat just shook his head, raised his shoulders, and shrugged.
1st down and 10 for the Badgers. Crosby Jensen sends Asowski in motion left to right. Now he drops back to throw. Fires, going to be caught. Tyler Barron has it, gets 10 yards to the 50-yard line, then tackle on the play out of bounds. Tackle made by Daquan Riddick.
And that play has been very successful for the Snow College Badgers over the last few games. It's been a short yardage gain, and Tyler Barron has been the leading target for Jensen. He has 282 yards, averages 56 yards per game, and 11 per catch.
Jensen's going to hand it off. Going over the tackle is the running back on the play. Gets across the 45 to about the 43 of New Mexico Military. Looks like Daniel Palapoy got the carry there. He's back in the...
A huge push forward by Zach Lindsay, number 70, on that line. He's 6'7", 314-pound freshman from Davis High School. The Badgers want to go, but there's some kind of a helmet that came off or some kind of an equipment issue that he had to fix. They hold up the Badger offense.
In the gun. Back to throw is Jensen. He's going to fire left side or right side looking for Barron. Barron can't make the catch as the pass was off his fingertips.
Well, Jensen threw before he really wanted to. He wanted to be more set. He had to be hurry. I didn't see the number that got in there to get that quarterback hurry, but that was just a little bit quicker than he wanted to. Now third down again. Badgers are 25% this afternoon on third downs.
3rd down and 4. 10:40 left here in the football game. We're in the fourth quarter. The Badgers trail 17-7. Now McGuire is talking it over with Osowski where they're supposed to set up. He's not on the line, though. There's the snap. Fired out. Going to be caught by the Snow Badgers right at the first down marker. Catch made by Jordan Osowski. Jordan is 5'8", 182, a sophomore out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
What a great conversion on third down for the Snow College Badgers. Really, this is where the rubber hits the road. The Badgers have given up 2 straight gifts by the Broncos to score, and this is another one where the Badgers are starting to knock on the door in Bronco territory with 10 minutes left in the game.
2 wide receivers left, 2 on the right. One goes in motion, Osowski. There's the snap. Back to pass. Sacked on the play is Crosby Jensen. Getting in there to make the tackle, number 97, Eli Manu, 6'2", 230 out of Pago Pago, American Samoa.
Well, that was that blitz coming in from that left side, and Palapoy hits his chest and says, "My bad, I should have picked him up." And Palapoy's the the back in the backfield that's supposed to get that one guy that gets through to give Jensen time, and he didn't touch him, untouched to get that sack. That's the 4th sack of the ball game for the Broncos against the Badgers.
So now the Badgers, 2nd down and 17 from the 45 of New Mexico Military. Back to throw. There's a screen pass out. It's going to be caught by Landon Horn. Horn has it at the 35, down to the 30. Still on his feet, breaks the tackle down to about the 20-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. He didn't have the first down at first, but then he broke away again, Jeff. Ended up getting the first down. Now we have an injured player. Could be one of the officials.
Yeah, they're calling an official's timeout as well, so he is injured. Great effort by Horn and a great play call by offensive coordinator of the Snow College Badgers. Good pursuit just after a sack. Call the screen because they were gunning for it again, and then catch him with the over pursuit.
Right now, it is a New Mexico Military player. So
looks like they're stretching out his hamstring. It might be just a cramp on the sideline because they've got that one leg raised up in the stretching it out.
Let's take a stat check, Jeff.
Well, right now this drive has gone for 6 plays and 38 yards. It started at the 11:21 mark of the fourth quarter. We're down to 9:26 right now, so it's been almost just over 2 minutes. Snow College Badgers have 16 first downs, 12 for the Broncos. The Badgers have 212 yards, 281 for the Broncos. Out of that 212 for the Badgers, 99 is through the air, 113 on the ground. 80 of those 113 by Palapoy. The New Mexico Broncos have 281, as I mentioned, 238 through the air, 43 on the ground. Time of possession is in favor of the Broncos, 26 minutes compared to 22 and a half for the Badgers.
Stat check made possible by Robinson Transport. Now it's 1st down and 10 Snow at the New Mexico Military 22-yard line after that big reception by Landon Horn and his run after the catch. There's Jensen back to throw. Has time, lots of time, throwing to the end zone and incomplete. Intended for Connor McGuire, diving at the 1-yard line towards the sideline, incomplete.
You know, that was a good coverage, and Jensen threw it into coverage on that one. I think you be patient, you check your reads, see who's open, throw it to the guy that's open. I think Jensen may have had his mind made up on that one. I'm taking a shot down the field, trying to get the touchdown pass intended for 83 of the Badgers, Connor McGuire, when in reality there were 2 other receivers open in the flat and in the out route.
2 wide receivers right side. Horn to the left is the tight end. There's the handoff going to the left side and trying to make a move is Daniel Palapoy. Lost the football at scram. Pops out and New Mexico Military recovers. Another Badger turnover. The 3rd of the game. It seems like the Badgers are just turnover prone every game this year.
And it is. There's no penalties. His knee wasn't down. And it is Bronco football. And that is a killer. 3 straight opportunities for the Snow College Badgers. 3 strikes and you're out. The first 2 were missed field goals on gifts by the Broncos, and then the Badgers put together a decent drive, got the ball into the red zone, and then cough it up with the fumble.
Well, Snow College hasn't been in a 5-game losing streak in, I think, 38 years, is something that Doug Johnson mentioned. 1975, 38 years ago, so the Badgers need to do something to stop that streak from occurring again here. And that's going to be a run right up the middle, and it's going to be number 24, Leslie Young, picking up a couple yards to the 27. Pick up a 5 on the play, brings up a 2nd and 5. 8:40 left in the football game. Snow trailing 17-7 here on their homecoming game in 2013.
The game's not over. There's still a lot of time on the clock, but the Badgers really need to get a stop on defense and get the ball back in the offense's hand.
Somebody jumped offsides, either the offense or the defense came across and initiated contact. The referee is talking with the umpire about this. And we'll have a call here in a second. 8 minutes, 29 seconds left in this football game. Offsides against the defense. That is against Snow. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Very close to a first down.
That is the Badgers' 9th penalty for 49 yards. And New Mexico Military has 7 penalties for 51 yards. So, we've seen 16 penalties, but most of them the short yardage variety.
That is a first down, and it's 1st and 10 Broncos at their 32-yard line. Quinn Billerman back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, going for it all. He has a receiver, and incomplete as it sails out of bounds. Not much of a breeze blowing, so the wind didn't take that. Billerman's going to have to take the blame himself.
Yeah, it was overthrown. It was one of those timing patterns. Streaking down the sideline was the intended receiver, number 20, who is Delvin Carpenter, the leading receiver and returner for the Broncos, to run underneath the timing pattern with the ball gently lofted in the air. That one wasn't so gentle, throws it out of bounds over the top.
2nd down and 10 for New Mexico Military. Snow defense threatening to blitz here. Here they come. Handoff goes up the middle, and Snow stops it. No gain on the play for the Broncos. Handoff was to Leslie Young again. 210-pound sophomore from Mulberry, Florida.
Stop was made by number 51, Pisoni Tassini of the Snow College Badgers from Hawaii. I don't know how to pronounce the city.
3rd down and 9, though, here in Ephraim. 7:47 left in the 4th quarter. Badgers trail the Broncos 17-7. Your Manti Channel 3 score check. 3 wide receivers. There's the play action throwing out. It's going to be caught at the 35-yard line, now almost to the 40-yard line. Short of the first down, though, for the Broncos. Laranji Vasson over there to make the stop for Snow. He's 5'9", 162 out of Prattville, Alabama.
So good stop by the Snow College Badger defense, but I don't see a punt team running on the field for, it took a while. I think the head coach was thinking about it for a second, and finally punting team, special teams comes in, and the return team for the Badgers, same thing.
So back to receive is Eric Takanaka. He backs up to inside his 25-yard line. Tyler Bageja will punt it away from his 23. Provided he gets a good snap from his long snapper. He does, but there's a whistle. Timeout by New Mexico Military. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Zions Bank wishes the Snow College Badgers a winning season this year. And as community bankers, employees at Zions Bank's convenient locations in Manti, Ephraim, Salina, and Richfield share your common values: commitment to family, hard work, and an appreciation for our pioneering heritage. They offer friendly personal banking services, a variety of products to meet your everyday needs, and local decision making. Discover why at Zions Bank we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tuesday night was leftovers night at my house as a kid. I remember those meals around our kitchen table all too vividly.
Dinner served. Yummy, yum, yum.
I'm going over to Billy's for dinner.
Sit. If I'm going down, you're going down with me.
That's my dad. He was a tough nail, but he loved us. In fact, once a week, we'd pile into the car and go to Denny's.
Yay, Denny's!
Stop. Car's got a flat. Honey, time me.
Oh, brother.
Denny's, America's kitchen table.
For breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. Open 24 hours a day. Denny's, just off the I-70 interchange in Salina.
There's the punt away, straight away, and over in kick, fielded at the 20-yard line by Snow College. And Now they blow the whistles as everything was packed up with Broncos and Badgers, and no real movement for the return man there, but he got to the 25-yard line, Nick West. Well, the officials were doing a good job in that first half. I went down and talked to them in the pregame and asked them for the media timeouts for our breaks, but they slipped right back into doing high school stuff in the second half. They got short-term memories.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've got the spots exactly timed for 30 seconds each, and you played 2 of them on a timeout, and when you only get 45 seconds, we're coming back late to some of our broadcasts. So, yeah, you're right.
Well, they have to have a short memory. They don't want to remember what players say about them, I guess, or fans. There's the handoff to Osaski. He is met and stopped, and it's almost as though the New Mexico Military Broncos are in the headsets of the Snow coaches, or they have the playbook of the Badgers right there, because they are just stuffing this Snow College Badger rushing game here.
Well, there was no speed there from Osaski to get around it outside as the Bronco defense strings it out and stops for a loss on that one of almost 3 yards, 2.5.
You know, they do have that military technology. They might be getting into the headsets of Snow. We'll have to check that one out. Oh, yeah, when NSA is going to come after us, we better be quiet here. There's a snap. Jensen throws out, caught by Chase Lofton. They didn't know that play, and he gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line for a 1st and 10 for Snow. Nice catch by Chase Lofton. Lofton, of course, 6'2", 186, a freshman out of Spanish Fork, Utah.
That was a sweet throw from Jensen to Lofton. I mean, it was a slant route from the split wide left, and he hits him right where he needs to be, full speed ahead for the first down.
Snow trailing 17-7. Crosby Jensen back to throw. Jensen fires it out. A one-handed grab try by Landon Horn, but he dropped it on the drag pattern at the 40-yard line coming towards the Snow sideline. Stops the clock with 6:02 left in the fourth quarter. Badgers down by 10.
So Landon Horn averages 4 catches per game. That's what he has right now for 45 yards. Leads all the receivers for the Badgers in this game.
From the 37-yard line, Snow College 2nd down and 10. Offset eye, full back to the left of Jensen in the pistol. Jensen looks left, fires left, caught left by Chase Lofton at the 45-yard line. Then he's met and wrapped up by 2 New Mexico Military Broncos. Looks like, I think number 80 in there on the tackle. That was Jamal Borland. Listed as a wide receiver, but he's in there as a D-back. Looks like a personal foul is going to be called too, Jeff.
And that's the first big penalty we've seen all game long. It's a 15-yarder against number 80 for the Broncos. So a good reception and 15 more yards on top of that. Lofton, the go-to guy of the last couple of plays, he now has 2 catches.
5:58 remaining, so time is against the Badgers. They must score on this drive, you would think. Osaski.
The ball was 2 yards short on the spot, and so the other official came running in and said, hey, put it forward.
Slot right, wide receiver to the left. Jensen in the pistol, drops back to pass. Looking, steps up, fires, going to be caught by Tyler Barron. 1st and 10 at the 22 of New Mexico Military. Tackle on the play made by Emmanuel Jones.
Sweet throw again, right over the middle. Barron had to stop just momentarily in the middle of the field, catch that ball. 1st down Badgers with the hurry-up offense.
Orange Crush on the move now with 5:34 left in the fourth quarter. Jensen back to throw. He's going to fire one deep to the left side and almost picked off. Great defensive play by Rashawn Wainwright. He had the beat on the ball, and playing defensive back happened to be Connor McGuire to try to break up the pass.
And that one was an instant replay of the interception in the first quarter or the second quarter because it was underthrown just a little bit. If you throw it over the back shoulder of McGuire instead of to the front shoulder of McGuire, which is exactly where the defender is step for step with him, then McGuire has to turn into the defender instead of the receiver.
2 wide receivers to each side. Horn on the left as one of those. Back to throw. Quick pass out. Going to be caught to the 15-yard line. Close to a 1st down as that rocket was shot by Crosby Jensen as he hit his wide receiver, looks like Nick West.
It was Nick West with the reception, 170 pounds from Sandy, Utah, and Jordan High School. But a lot of space and cushion given by the cornerbacks of the Bronco defense in that secondary. The Badgers could take those short balls all night long. This is a 3rd down very huge play at the end of the game, down by 10, within reach.
Ossowski and Bethley out to the right. Horn and West to the left. One back in the backfield's Lewis Hamilton. Crosby Jensen from the 14 of New Mexico Military in trouble, hit and sacked again. The Broncos bust in and take him again. This time the tackle and sack made by Tremaine Berry. 6'2", 285 out of Ocala, Florida.
So that's 5 sacks that Jensen has been on the ground 5 different times. After 2 missed field goals, Badgers Groner does not come in. Coaching staff opts to go for this one and try to get the first down or the touchdown with a 10-point deficit at the end of the game.
2 missed field goals. If they would get one here, it'd be 17-16 at least, but they've missed 3 field goals.
The whole crowd on their feet right now, knowing that this is the biggest play of the game.
4th down and 7. Jensen back to throw, fire into the end zone, looking for Chase Lofton. Does he make the catch? Yes! Touchdown, Snow! Nick West goes up with the defensive back and comes down with the touchdown on 4th and 8.
Number 15, that's Chase Lofton, right? Gets the touchdown. He elevates and gets the touchdown pass. He had 3 catches on that drive that were critically big catches. Lofton, as I mentioned, the go-to guy after 2 catches, finally gets the 3rd biggest catch of the drive for the touchdown. Badgers back in it.
Now for the extra point, Spencer Groner. There's the snap. The ball is down. The kick's on the way, and the kick is good. It's 17-14. New Mexico Military with the lead still, but the Badgers coming back with 4:05 left.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and now in Sanpete County, with an office at 50 South Main, Suite 28 in Manti. They're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesandDeMille.com or on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Little Caesars is now open in Ephraim, serving hot and ready large pizzas for just $5 all day, every day. There's no need to call ahead. Just come in. Little Caesars will have a fresh handmade pizza ready when you are. Plus, get hot and ready crazy bread and crazy sauce. Little Caesars Pizza, 462 North Main Street in Ephraim, next to Verizon Wireless. Finally, you can feed 4 people for only $5 all day, every day. Little Caesars Pizza in Ephraim. Affordable pizza has never tasted so great.
The station for Snow College sports.
KMTI.
Touchdown pass from Riley Crosby. There's the onside kick by Snow, and no surprise to New Mexico Military. They recover it at the 49-yard line as Chase Lofton made the touchdown catch from Crosby Jensen. And with 4:03 left, New Mexico Military will have the football at the Badger 49-yard line.
That onside kick attempt didn't quite make it the 10 yards. It was 9 yards long when the Broncos fell on it, and it was a softer one. Instead of kicking it into the ground, making it bounce up, it just kind of bounced maybe 4 or 5 times and then made it the 9 yards. So Badger defense has to step up big, and right now the Badgers only have 1 timeout because early in that 3rd quarter the Badgers burned 2 out of their 3 second-half timeouts.
So Quinn Billerman for New Mexico Military will try to chew up the final 4 minutes left in the game. Takes the snap, gets hit, and his running back gets nailed for about a 10-yard loss. My goodness, Sunia Tatioli and Jens Howe in there. 6'2", 228 out of Manti, Utah.
What a huge play on first down. The clock continues to go, but to Badgers, great defensive play on first down.
2nd down and 17 for the Broncos. 3:38 left in the 4th quarter. 17-14, Broncos lead the Badgers. Your Sanpete Steel and Snow College score check. Crowd into this one here in Ephraim. There's the snap. Billerman's going to drop back to pass. Looking, dumps it off on a screen pass. Hit and stopped there. A nice diving tackle by Sunia Tatioli.
And right before Sunia Tatioli, it was Trey James who got the initial hit, and then Tatioli finishes him off with the Superman tackle. Timeout, Badgers to stop the clock.
We'll take one as well. We'll be right back as the Badgers trying to make a move here.
Do you record your TV shows? Where do you watch them?
Well, Manti Telecommunications has a total home DVR system that lets you watch your recorded shows or record them from any room in your home, in high definition or standard definition, wherever you want, whenever you want. Speaking of wherever, now you can get a MyDVR account that will allow you to schedule your shows or see when they're on, all online. Schedule wherever, watch and record wherever. Call 835-2929, that's 835-2929.
How may I help you?
Oh, great master. I have journeyed the globe seeking direction in my life. What can I do to have a happy and successful future after high school?
The answer is simple. Attend Snow College. They're more affordable than any university in the state of Utah, meaning you will not have to live in your parents' basement. Chicks dig a guy who doesn't live with his parents.
Thank you, great master. I will apply online today.
Snow College, celebrating 125 years of excellence. Snow.edu.
There's the snap. There's a flag on the play. Pass downfield. It's going to be caught at the 15-yard line and down to the 3-yard line for the New Mexico Military Broncos. So if this is an offsides on Snow, then that's going to be a free play, and they'll take the play, the Broncos will.
And I think that's why the Broncos decided, the quarterback knew that this was going to be a free play, and he just threw that ball down the field. And if it happened, it happened, and it did.
So it is offsides on defense. He pointed the wrong way, but it is against Snow, and they'll decline the penalty. And we've seen that happen several times this year, Jeff, where the free play ends up being a big play for the other team.
Yeah, and oftentimes that's what happens. You can take an extra chance because you've got no risk involved. And when you have no risk, you go for something big, and oftentimes you can cash in your chips better.
17-14. Now the Broncos with a 1st and goal, just as the Badgers thought they were going to get the ball back and have a chance to win the game.
47-yard catch.
Billerman now set to go. Takes the snap. Hands it off to his running back. He's going to try to get somewhere. Cannot. He is wrapped up by Kimball Jensen, who wrestles him down like a bulldog.
Wow, number 6 in there as well. That is Kimball Jensen, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. Just takes him down like a steer wrestler in the rodeo.
At the 11-yard line, going to be a 2nd and goal from the 11 for the Broncos. 2:20 left in the football game. 17-14. Badgers trail by 3. Broncos looking to add to that here. There's the snap. He's going to throw one away, and who is offsides here?
That's a great question. Both sides had a couple guys moving, so I wonder if it's going to be illegal procedure against the Broncos.
Well, the refs will talk about it. We do have our Sanpete Steel Man play of the game coming up. Sanpete Steel awards a Sanpete Steel hoodie for that. Looks like it's a false start on New Mexico Military as the crowd cheers. Of course, Sanpete Steel, one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. We'll give that Sanpete Steel hoodie away coming up in a bit.
I love that catch in the back corner of the end zone by Lofton, and I think that might be the front runner for that. It was a game-changing play. It gave the Badgers a chance to win.
2 minutes left in the game. Badgers need the ball back. They need to keep the Broncos out of the end zone, too, from the 16-yard line, 2nd and goal. Handoff goes to their running back. He's going to be met head-on and stopped. Zach Canosa made the initial hit on the running back, Leslie Young. And the clock will continue to roll because the Badgers are out of timeouts.
Yeah, a minute 38 and ticking. 1 timeout left for the Broncos. That brings up a 3rd down play. So there won't be very much time at all when the Badgers get the ball back, if they do.
Probably should have saved that timeout. They blew there at the end of that 3rd and 15. That ended up being a 47-yard play anyway. And now they're just at the mercy of the New Mexico Military Broncos. A minute 14 left in the game, 17-14 Broncos. There's the snap. Billerman's going to throw it out, incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:05 left, and that's not what the Broncos wanted.
Not at all, because it's 4th down now, and the clock is stopped. So you run the ball, you know the clock's going to get down around 30 seconds left for the Badgers on this 4th down play.
And they need a field goal here just to prevent the tie with a field goal by the Badgers. So they will bring the field goal unit on. Set to kick the field goal is Hunter Heck, 5'10", 190 out of Kathleen, Georgia. looking to give the Broncos a 6-point lead.
He's 6 of 11 on field goals, 55% this year. His long is 49.
34-yard attempt from the right hash. There's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is blocked by the Badgers. The ball is loose at the 30-yard line. Picked up by Snow, and they will have it first down and 10 with 59 seconds left.
Laranji Vasson gets in there, blocks it. He's been in there so close every time. He did deflect one punt. He almost got a couple of the extra points. That one, he finally got his hands on it and gives the Badgers decent field position with just under a minute.
Laranji Vasson, what a great play by the young man from Prattville, Alabama. 5'9", 162-pound freshman. And the Badgers have life, but Jeff, they've got 67 yards to go for a score.
Very, very correct. And we haven't seen very many big plays out of the Badger offense this entire season.
Well, they do have a chance with 59 ticks left. There's the snap. Jensen back to throw. Fires it out. It's going to be caught by Chase Lofton, but that's only 2 yards. He's fighting to get out of bounds and finally does.
They don't give it to him out of bounds. They wound the clock because they considered that he was in the grasp.
Well, if he was gaining more yards and he was in the grasp, they'd let him go because he was going positive yardage. Now back to pass is Jensen again. Second down and long. There's a throw looking for West, and West could not get there. He was open by a step or two along the sideline, and it falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 38 seconds remaining. And a timeout by Snow, but I don't think they have a timeout. This could be a penalty.
They don't have any. It was an incomplete pass, so the clock was stopped anyway, but I don't know what they were doing, the officials.
Play clock's down to 19. 38 seconds left. Third down and 5 for Snow. They need a first down to keep it going here at least. 4 wide receivers. Crosby, Jensen. Back to pass. He's going to fire it out. He's going to be caught at the 50-yard line. Jumping up to make the catch was Jordan Osaski at the 49-yard line of New Mexico Military. 31 seconds left in the game. Do the Badgers have life here?
A sweet catch by Osaski on the sideline. Gets possession of it before he goes out of bounds. And there's still 31 seconds remaining. So he caught the ball. He got out of bounds. The clock did stop. The Badgers are in Bronco territory.
Chase Lofton to the right side. 4 in all, 1 back in the backfield. 31 seconds left. Jensen back to pass, throws a quick pass out. It's going to be caught and kept in bounds. Nope. No, they're going to say he's out of bounds. Wide receiver on the play making the catch. Let's see, is that Osaski again? Yes, it is. That's Connor McGuire, actually.
83 with the catch, Connor McGuire. That play took 4.5 seconds to complete and to get out of bounds.
Got to the 42-yard line of New Mexico Military. Halterman and Lofton to the right. Bethley to the left. Low snap. Jensen's going to throw. It's going to be caught by Lofton. Lofton at the 35-yard line to the 30. He's in the middle of the field. Only 19 seconds left. The Badgers must get to the line. They have no timeouts. They need to spike the ball. The clock will stop to move the chains, but if they're set and ready to go when the chains are set, there will have been no time off the clock. And Jensen takes a spike, and it'll be second down and 10 for Snow with 15 seconds left. Now, can Spencer Groner make a field goal of this distance? It would be about a 46-yard attempt if he was going to do it from here. I know the young man's got the leg.
Well, we've seen him pregame warm-ups hit him from 55 yards. His long in play is 38 yards. He's 9 out of 10 on extra points and 6 out of 8 on field goals, but he missed 2, so 6 out of 10 on the season.
West to the right. Bethley to the left. Jensen back to throw. Looking, fires, has a receiver. It's going to be caught and dropped. Halterman had it, but coming up and making a big defensive play, Robert Jackson. 6'2", 205 sophomore out of Palmetto, Florida. 11 seconds left in the game. Third down and 10 for Snow.
So Snow has one more play to try to go for the end zone and win the game. And if that doesn't work, they'll have just enough time, as long as they can get the clock stopped or be out of bounds, to get off the field goal try to tie it and go into overtime.
From the 28-yard line of New Mexico Military, 4 wide receivers for Snow. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Crosby Jensen with 11 seconds left. Badgers down 17-14. Back to pass Jensen. He's going to fire to the end zone, looking for Bethley. Incomplete into the end zone. And they're going to have to bring Spencer Groner out to attempt a long field goal to tie the game and send it into overtime.
Yeah, right when that ball was released, I could tell it was overthrown. It wasn't even going to be catchable. It wasn't a pass interference, that's for sure. It was double coverage as well into the corner of the left side of the end zone. Groner's going to go for the long field goal right here. As I mentioned, his long is 38, and he's 6 out of 10 for 60% on the season.
45-yard field goal attempt for the center of the field. Spencer Groner is set to go to tie the game and send it to overtime. 6 seconds left. There's the snap. The ball's down. The kick's on the way by Groner. It is good! Spencer Groner has tied the game. 17-17 with 2 seconds left. And there will be overtime here unless New Mexico Military can return it for a touchdown.
A little bit of homecoming magic for the Snow College Badger Orange Crush. Spencer Groner nails the long field goal. What a great way to send it into overtime. Of course, there's still 2 seconds left, but Spencer Groner comes through on the 3rd try this afternoon.
Little redemption after missing 2 earlier in the game, and Mom and Dad in Colorado can be pretty excited there as their young man has sent the team to overtime. Barring a return for a touchdown here, of course, maybe counting our chickens before they're hatched, but what a big field goal by Spencer Groner, a 45-yard strike right down the center.
And it was all set up by a sweet drive by Crosby Jensen, moving the chains, hitting Lofton, hitting Osowski for first downs. Receivers getting out of bounds with the exception of one time, which went right into the middle of the field, which is where the ball was spotted for that field goal try. Smack dab between the hash marks is that 45-yard field goal.
So here's the kickoff by Spencer. Wonder if he'll just kick a barbecue kick on the ground, just kind of squib it. Here comes the kick. He's going to, boot it along the ground. It's going to be fielded and downed by New Mexico Military with 1.6 seconds left, so they will have a chance for one play for Quinn Billerman. We're tied at 17 on a 45-yard field goal by Spencer Groner with 6 seconds left, and the Badgers will go to overtime here, barring some magic by Quinn Billerman.
Well, we've seen a few big plays by Billerman and some of his receiving core. He has Carpenter, Devlin Carpenter, who has 6 catches for 126 yards and a touchdown. He has Zach White, who caught a huge, I think it was 54-yarder or 64-yarder for a touchdown, and he has 84 on 5 catches. They're going to take a knee instead.
And Billerman takes the knee, and we will go to overtime. We'll be back for overtime here on KMTI next.
You're busy, and we can help. At Skyline Pharmacy, we are pleased to introduce the first and only coordinated, once-a-month refill service in Sanpete County, the Skyline Medication Management Service. It is designed to help you maximize the positive benefits of your medication therapy, as well as save you time and money. Best of all, this service is free. By joining our program, we will automatically refill all of your maintenance medications on the same day, every month. Never worry about making multiple trips to the pharmacy ever again. Stop by today and ask about how we are continuing to help you take care of yourself and your family.
The management and employees of Robinson Transport in Salina are proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. Robinson Transport continues their efforts to help keep the local economy strong and supply the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. For the best in topsoil, gravel, construction equipment, and concrete work, see Robinson Transport, joining in the effort to make Sevier and Sanpete a great place to live. And remember, please drive safely. From Robinson Transport in Salina.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badgers Steelman Play of the Game.
This is Nate of Risk Managers in Ephraim. It's hard to believe that Risk Managers has been serving all your insurance needs for over 60 years, and we will be here in the future to take care of your auto, home, business, farm, health, and life insurance. Check first with us for very competitive, affordable rates and great customer service. For a quote and more information, Contact Nate, Mark, or Rick at Risk Managers, 110 North Main in Ephraim. Call 283-4685.
Come and get it, who's your daddy?
Hey, big fella. I'm hungry and I want you to call in my order to Big Daddy's Deli.
Darling, do you want the barbecue?
Share the internet and make it seem slow. Centricom high-speed internet with speeds up to 50 megs will help your devices work faster. Call Centricom now to get the speed you need for all your devices at 1-800-427-8449 or visit Centricom.com for more information.
Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi made the 2012 list of America's best hospitals for patient experience and is a recipient of the Women's Choice Award. This award identifies the country's best healthcare institutions based on strict criteria that considers female patient satisfaction and what women desire from a hospital, including quality physician communications, responsiveness of nurses and support staff, cleanliness, and trusted referrals from other women. When you choose Central Valley Medical Center, you choose award-winning care. Zions Bank wishes the Snow College Badgers a winning season this year, and as community bankers, employees at Zions Bank's convenient locations in Manti, Ephraim, Salina, and Richfield share your common values: commitment to family, hard work, and an appreciation for our pioneering heritage. They offer friendly personal banking services, a variety of products to meet your everyday needs, and local decision-making. Discover why at Zions Bank we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to KMTI's coverage of overtime, now tied at 17. Badgers start off with a football in this overtime from the 25, going from left to right, and there's the handoff to the right side, and New Mexico Military stops it again. This time it was a handoff to, I believe the running back was Palapoy?
It was Palapoy again, and he didn't quite have the speed to get around the outside, so what started out on the 25 is now almost on the 30, and Badgers going backwards on the first play.
We're in overtime. Each team gets the ball at the 25-yard line with a chance to drive and score. They can kick a field goal or go for a touchdown, but the other team will have the same opportunity. Now with the football, Snow College, Crosby Jensen, second down and 14. Two wide receivers left. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Palapoy. Palapoy on a running play is going to get back to the 25-yard line, and that's it. So the Badgers playing very conservative here.
That is my sentiments exactly. Two conservative run plays, both to Palapoy, and both didn't go very far, and both just seemed not very crisp, especially after the Badgers took the ball with their quick offense with short passes down the field, had so much emotion, and now are grinding it out on the ground and have a third down and 10.
Third and 10 from the 25-yard line, 17-17 our score in overtime. Badgers' first offensive possession. Jensen's going to drop back. He's going to throw. He's going to look. He's going to fire downfield. Has a receiver caught at the 10-yard line. First down. It's Connor McGuire making the catch. First and goal, Snow.
What a big catch. That ball wasn't thrown very hard, and it made me very nervous that the Broncos would make a break on it and break it up or even intercept it, but it got there, and it was a great reception for McGuire. He has 2 for 22 now.
First and goal at the 9-yard line. Badgers have the momentum in overtime after tying it on a 45-yard field goal with 2 seconds left by Spencer Groner. Now the Badgers first and goal at the 9-yard line. Wide receiver to the right is the tight end, Landon Horn. Now Barron goes out there with another back in the trips formation. One wide receiver left. Jensen's going to pitch it out to the right side, trying to cut upfield. Palapoy, he gets to the 5-yard line and stopped there by the New Mexico Military defense. Brought down by the Broncos, number 27, Lakel Bass out of St. Louis, Missouri.
So trips right, and all of them were big, wide receivers out there to block for Palapoy. Pushed forward, but only for a few yards.
We're in overtime. It's second down and goal at the 6-yard line for the Badgers. Chase Lofton to the left. Tight end Tyler Barron to the right. Offset eye. Palapoy is the tailback. Under center this time is Crosby Jensen. Crosby Hands it off to Palapoy, left side. Palapoy breaks the tackle, but then gets caught at the 3-yard line, maybe 4, and it's going to be a 3rd and goal for Snow. 2 more tries, at least, well, I guess just 1 more for a touchdown.
Right, and everybody in the stand saw that hole, and Palapoy just couldn't quite get through it before it closed. It was a perfect angle for everybody in the Badger stands to see, and he hit it, and then he was tackled. So this is the 3rd down play of the game. The Badgers are 6 out of 17 on 3rd down, but this one's for 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line for Snow. Tied at 17, ball on the left hash. 2 wide receivers out to the right side for the Badgers. Jensen sends one in motion, Nick West, and this ball is going to be blown dead. It's going to be a timeout by New Mexico Military. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Tuesday night was leftovers night at my house as a kid. I remember those meals around our kitchen table all too vividly.
Dinner served. Yummy, yum, yum.
I'm going over to Billy's for dinner.
Sit. If I'm going down, you're going down with me.
That's my dad. He was a tough nail, but he loved us. In fact, once a week, we'd pile into the car and go to Denny's.
Yay, Denny's!
Car's got a flat. Honey, time me.
Oh, brother.
Denny's, America's kitchen table.
For breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. Open 24 hours a day. Denny's, just off the I-70 interchange in Salina.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones & DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and now in Sanpete County, with an office at 50 South Main, Suite 28 in Manti. They're committed to servicing their clients with civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. They use state-of-the-art equipment to help you meet your budgets and deadlines. Visit jonesandemille.com or on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones & DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professional.
You're listening to the Snow College Sports Station.
KMTI! 3rd down and goal at the 4-yard line. Badgers after the timeout send Nick West in motion. Wide receiver to the right, sets up as a wing back. There's the play action. Roll out on the bootleg, looking to the end zone. Crosby Jensen fires. Tip! Knocked down by the Broncos. Great defensive play by Rashawn Wainwright. 5'11", 175-pound freshman from Little Elm, Texas.
It was intended for Tyler Barron, who was streaking across the back of the end zone the entire length of that Snow College, even past the W. It was good coverage by the Broncos. That's going to bring up the field goal attempt for the Badgers, and Groner. A good and valiant effort by the Badgers resulted in the field goal attempt.
Groner is 1 of 3 in the game, but the most important one was the one he made, a 45-yarder to tie the game to send it to overtime. A 20-yard field goal here. Ball's down. Kicks on the way by Groner. It is good. The Badgers lead in overtime, 20-17. We're back in 30 seconds for the Broncos try in overtime.
Little Caesars is now open in Ephraim, serving hot and ready large pizzas for just $5 all day, every day. There's no need to call ahead. Just come in. Little Caesars will have a fresh handmade pizza ready when you are. Plus, get hot and ready crazy bread and crazy sauce. Little Caesars Pizza, 462 North Main Street in Ephraim, next to Verizon Wireless. Finally, you can feed 4 people for only $5 all day, every day. Little Caesars Pizza in Ephraim. Affordable pizza has never tasted so great.
The home of the Snow Badgers.
KMTI! Welcome back to Badger Stadium, Stoddard Field here in Ephraim, Utah, on the campus of Snow College. We're in overtime in this junior college football game. New Mexico Military, after that Groner 20-yard field goal, giving the Badgers a 2017 lead, have the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And we have, it looks like a whistle and a stoppage in play here. Looks like the band is playing. They're going to have the band quiet down here.
The Badgers have scored 13 unanswered points and now lead 20-17.
So now Billerman in the shotgun with the back behind him, 4 wide receivers, takes the snap, looking, touchdown, wins the game for the Broncos, throws out in and out of the hands of his star wide receiver, Delvin Carpenter, incomplete.
Just as you said, a touchdown wins the game for the Broncos. The thought goes through my head when the pass is in the air that an interception wins the game for the Snow College Badgers. Any type of turnover would. There was a lot of wideouts running routes on that play.
2nd down and 10 at the 25-yard line for the New Mexico Military Broncos, down 20-17 in overtime. Quinn Billerman, the sophomore quarterback, looking at a blitz threat by Snow. Now back to pass. He's going to step up. He's going to fire. Hits his running back to the 20-yard line, to the 15-yard line, to the 10-yard line. He's got a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. The Broncos, what a pass, what a reception. and wanting that ball was Leslie Young. He's like, throw it to me, man. He got it and took off.
Yeah, and one of the defenders for the Badgers had a hold of his belt, stretching it out, trying to bring him down, getting dragged behind, and it is a first down for the Broncos. This is exactly where the Badgers were, and the Broncos stopped the Badgers 3 consecutive times to force the field goal attempt. Now it's the Badgers' turn. A touchdown, as you mentioned, wins the game for the Broncos.
We're in overtime, 2017. Snow with a field goal. New Mexico Military, first and goal at the 7-yard line. Back to pass. Billerman throws to the end zone. This one's going to be caught at the 1-yard line into the end zone, but the play is blown dead.
One-hand catch, but it was just nonchalant because all the players knew that it was about to be blown dead.
And we have a penalty flag, illegal motion on the Broncos, so that'll march him back 5 yards.
Well, 1st and 10 on the 8-yard line is going to turn into 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line, which is a little bit tougher.
So they're going to march it back to the 13. So 1st and goal from the 13-yard line, 20-17. Snow leads here in overtime. Turnover ends the game, and the Badgers win. A touchdown wins the game for the Broncos. A field goal sends it to double overtime. Broncos first down, though, from the 13 of Snow. Billerman takes the snap. Here comes the rush. He's in trouble. Throws to the end zone. Has a man caught. Touchdown. Broncos win. Broncos win in overtime. 23-20 over Snow College. The reception made. Can't catch him. He's being mobbed by his teammates in the end zone. But my goodness, there was no coverage on him. He was in the end zone wide open.
Well, he did a little hitch route on the left side. He did an out, and the defender for the Badgers bit on that out pattern, thought it was going to be a quick pass out. Then he turns it up the field, and the ball was thrown as he did his turn and streak, and then he ran underneath it for the touchdown catch. Broncos win a close one over the Badgers on homecoming.
23-20, the Broncos defeat the Snow College Badgers. I believe it was the wide receiver Andrew Johnson, but I'm just not sure for our New Mexico Military fans that may be listening to our broadcast. Was it 20? Was it Delvin Carpenter? It was. It was Delvin Carpenter, the 6', 180-pound sophomore from Houston, Texas. So the Badgers lose a tough one in overtime at homecoming. We'll send it back to the studios for a 2-minute timeout. Our post-game show is coming up next.
Do you record your TV shows? Where do you watch them? Well, Manti Telecommunications has a total home DVR system that lets you watch your recorded shows or record them from any room in your home, in high definition or standard definition, wherever you want, whenever you want. Speaking of wherever, now you can get a MyDVR account that will allow you to schedule your shows or see when they're on, all online. Schedule wherever, watch and record wherever. Call 835-2929, that's 835